Good evening. Hope you're having a good Friday. Starting a little early. Just chilling, listening to some Dusty Decks, Epidemic Sound. Riverrun in the background. Hope your Friday's well. Nicholas, welcome. Those parking lines not loading me in, still haunting me in cinematic camera, I see. Welcome Edge and Matt Fogg to another Friday stream. Definitely some things happened offline. We'll see what we see in the cinematics. It's early yet. It's still light out yet. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I guess. And depending on how far north. The coastline is a little wonky, but it's good enough for that pass. Definitely some stuff went on. I started to tear apart the high density area in Riverrun and desperately had to solve some highway issues. So there's some over engineered intersections supporting it all. I got the industrial road here out by a couple of the stadiums. I kind of liked it. There's no parking. It looks rough. There's traffic cones up. Kind of looks like, you know, it could be adaptable for special events, folks getting a lot of people in or out one way or the other, depending on before or after. Decoy Kung, welcome to another Friday. We made it. Did it again. Against all odds. Ooh, yeah, I know. That stadium. Seen some rough times today. I figured out what it was. You can actually see if you zoom in on that picture that I shared in the Discord. There's one ways heading out, but there's nothing coming in, so cops couldn't service it. The hearses couldn't get in, so perfect storm of icons there. I think the criminals can't get out either, though, because once the criminals come there to do their crime, there's no path out. 11 concurrents. Are we officially started? I mean, we're still 4 minutes to go till 9. In case anyone's fashionably on time, I'm enjoying the cinematics. There's less ugly spots in the city, at least now. Traffic-wise, I'm actually impressed. We're doing pretty good. And I don't think I have any active lines. I was starting to put in Metro. Spinny camera is spinny. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. That's not zoom. This is the zoom out, so you can kind of see what's happened. At least we're not looking at, of course, the industrial areas that are off the edges of the map there. Kind of focusing on this central part. You can definitely see some changes. My derpy trumpet interchanges all over the place. Gotta switch that up a little bit. I want to drop a park clo in on the right and I don't know, do a bunch of warehouses that aren't in service or something to fill in this area. That's one of my next challenges, is what to fold in between those two pieces of the city. The farming industrial area. I want to get the stadium and maybe some pedestrian areas, shopping in there. Would be kind of cool. Larger open air plazas. Make it a little less traffic, hopefully, because we're going a little wild in here. Meanwhile, I've got high-rise band across all the districts here, and then a couple of skyscrapers dotting up here and there. I'm gonna work on the Skyline. It's just some ideas. A couple of them are uniques. Technically, they're all uniques, I guess. Most of them are original uniques. There's what, 4? I see 4 from the skyscrapers pack. These 2, man, that texture from far away does not look good loading in. Right there, that's not a great looking texture. What did they seriously, like, someone looked at that and was like, yeah, that's the low res texture. That works, ship it. Really? So those 2 are skyscrapers pack. This round one is Nakatomi Plaza. At least that's what, and then this one is. So we might move those around. The campus. I don't dare tour the campus until Adia's officially in the chat. So we'll see. I mean, maybe if she doesn't show, then, you know, what am I gonna do? But the campus went over an overhaul. I'm starting in on the sports. They're not finished yet. But definitely did some things with some traffic flow tricks. Let me confirm, actually. No fires yet. I don't think I have any lines in. I started to put the metros in. In fact, I'm paying for them just to be there, but they're not doing anything yet, so that's kind of silly. But we do have, if you'll notice, $213 million in the bank. We went through some tough times. We were actually losing money for a bit. I got down to 198 million. But then things kind of balanced out. I mean, I completely moved out everybody on this side of the river. I don't know if you heard it, D. I was hoping not to tour the campus until you got here. But I'm sorry. Yeah, the Titan algorithm. There's too much. There's too much. It's remarkable. It's remarkable how stupid he was. Like, I'm not saying he was a stupid person, but he was absolutely foolish of the risks. Staring right at the data in the face and just gonna go for it anyways. 198 mil? Yeah, I know, right? Like, what are we? Okay, I think it's time to take the starting soon off the screen. 9:01 on the East Coast. Welcome to another sunny day in Riverrun. Some things have happened. So officially starting in, I basically broke everything. I was gonna say at the top. I'll say at the top of the screen. I was gonna say north, but north is technically to the right. West is to the top of the screen. So everything to the west, top of the screen, was rebuilt. In fact, I moved all the campus stuff around, and I still want to do something with the track and field, aqua, and basketball. But you can kind of see like what I'm thinking with baseball and football. They have giant parking lots, and I'm using University of Washington as an inspiration for this one, which from one of the Titan documentaries, of course. But that aside, using that as the inspiration, and they are kind of sandwiched in between the river and the highway, and just have this sprawling campus and all kind of sports facilities with track and field and an arena and baseball and football, and of course, because it's North America, absolutely freaking gigantic parking lots that don't render in far enough away, if you ask me. Like they need, like, they should have done something with the LOD here that was blurry lines. That's ridiculous. And I still maintain that they didn't play test a lot of this stuff. Because, like, come on. There's a lower LOD you can do than also gray pavement of a footpath. Like, no, there should be some kind of pattern there. Like, houses have a color. There's a little bit of detail on, like, some of these roofs back here. Like, you can see lines. How come we can't see lines in the parking lot, you know? But anyways, North America, giant spaces for parking, so... and part of the advantage... Whoops, I missed the spot. Part of the advantage of using a non-parking road, of course, is that they will fill up a little bit more, the parking lot and the parking garage. And games do often happen on the same day across all sports, which is fun for traffic. And then we want upgrade. But this should be Industrial Road. But I like the look of it. It's got sidewalks. It's got the, again, the traffic cones in the middle. It's, you know, it could be adjustable again for high flow events. And then I dropped in actually a bunch. I need to do a couple more, but I wanted to have like some of the cafe, pub, restaurant type things here. So those are all what, hotels and retreats assets. Yeah, no, totally. That you know the shot that I'm talking about from the Netflix documentary with the wait till you see what I did, Adia. Wait till you see what I did with Riverrun University. In fact, I haven't renamed it yet, but so this is just the start. Like, we're gonna get some wall-to-wall shopping in here, maybe. I didn't show you the highway yet. Holy cow, there's so much that happened. But I really like how this is starting to come together. This is just a placeholder for now. The Opera House. Come on, textures? Really? Does that not have better textures? Did they miss this building? We can't use that. Is that a sunlight thing? That is like... It's a sunlight thing, huh? Ugh, that shadow was something. So I wanted to put the Opera House here on the Anchor Square, as it's called today. We do have a little bit of an abandonment problem over here, but that's okay. It's no big deal. All the off icons that you see are unique buildings that are turned off because I don't want to pay to upkeep them right now. It's official. We're started.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
I had a little accident over here. I gotta fess up. I don't think I told anybody. Let's get the time of day. Let's see it in the bright light of being honest here. I rezoned this to be the Industrial Evolution buildings just to see, and I accidentally moved the Ice Cube factory out. But the building that is still here is the original space, and it moved back in just to recode, just to update the code in the building. Got here just in time for the fire. Suspicious, Patrick, but welcome. But this is the Ice Cube factory in full effect. It just got a little facelift. Don't worry. Same smokestack polluting the city as ever. Here's a little Easter egg for AC later. Franklin Hills, I love this. I really like how this area came out. I dropped the Central Park in there, and the trees are very different, but I tried to blend in a little bit of the conifers around the edges to make it fit in there. But I thought that would work there. It's a nice little plaza. I haven't finished detailing the park down here, but it's a start. Oh geez, I'm kind of cranking the music. It is a Friday, but let me turn that down a little bit. Sorry about that. That was intro music volume. Let's put it down. Let's put it down there. Let's put it down in the background. I am enjoying it, but that abrupt break. What's the traffic percentage? That's a spoiler. So hold on a second. Where are we at? 85,000. Okay, 85,000. Check this out. 0 transport lines. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. No transport lines. 85,000. 213 million in the bank. 84% traffic flow. No mods. Come on. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. It's not like I'm getting better at thinking out the planning for it all. Again, if we take a look from way up here in the satellite, in the helicopter, you can actually see most of. The only thing you can't see is this exit up here that feeds into the west side of Central Park, the top of the screen there. But the intersections are relatively well spaced out. I've redone the major. They're ugly. Like the triangle, the tri-way interchanges between the highways and the corners of the screen. And my God, there's an awful like quarter park low in the right of the city up there. It's awful. Some of them have been lovingly crafted. Others are just there to see functionally how does the game respond before I go too far down the engineering route. I did definitely despawn some traffic on my way to 85%, testing out a bunch of these different traffic configurations. So let me show you, like, if you've played enough cities and tried to do like a really dense downtown area, then you know how bad traffic can be. But if we look at this right here, like this is all high density just sandwiched in here. And it's doing fairly well. You can see the interchanges are a bit rough. Some of these I've finished, some of these I haven't. You'll notice that there is a key wall all the way through here. So this is a really nice, I don't know. I think this is like just the right height for we're creating a sunken highway effect. I got to come in here and clean up some of the terrain. Haven't done trees and anything on the left-hand side, obviously. But this came out pretty good. Had to punch holes for the highways. I wish we could place these in here a little bit easier to do some finagling with them, but I'll settle for it. And these are onloading and offloading traffic really nicely into the city. Part of that is because this is all dumping into a, if we go into road tools, you can see I've got a big 6-lane one-way that feeds around the park, and I'm not finished building out over here, but it basically feeds traffic all the way through and back down, which creates this loop. And then north to south, or technically what is east to west, but top to bottom, there are some two-lane or two-way 6-lane roads. But also when we get into the heart of it, this central config, this goes west, this goes east. The central park actually feeds into itself, so people, and even garbage trucks, this works. I laughed so hard when I saw a garbage truck do it. People come to the park their car, and there's no way to exit with your car, so they walk someplace else, which is actually part of the problem over here. We can solve this in an odd way, but as long as it doesn't back up too much. You can see all the people getting out of their car, though, getting out of their pocket cars and wanting to get on the highway, so they go to the nearest place they can do that. If we want to prevent that, we could, because it is kind of annoying. We could do this for now. So now there's no footpath over there. We'll have to solve that problem later, but now they're getting out of their cars over here. These are turned off, but I think fans of the channel will know what these are going to be dedicated to. Oh, so check this out. I really like this. So hotels and retreats had some of those park objects. I think that's what these are, right? Tourist park. And there's 3 variations of it. And what I've done is these 2 diagonally are the same. So it's a little less obvious that there's repeats. This one is a slightly different building in the back of the lot. And then this is a little like market stall. But there's also a park object in the hotels and retreats that looks an awful lot like this. Well, somewhat. It gave me the inspiration, but it has to be placed by the road. So I rebuilt it with gravel paths and trees and a gazebo and bushes. And that's just all detail right there. That's kind of modeled after one of the parks. But again, that had to be placed by the road, so I just rebuilt it using the regular tools. But I'm gonna do more stuff like that throughout the central park, and that creates a nice little refuge in the middle of the concrete jungle, which will be feathered off a bit towards the coast. And I'm going to fold something fun in here. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this section yet, but we'll figure that out. This is temporary road. Don't worry about this. It's totally fine. It's totally safe. Don't worry. It's a little steep. Hands in the air when you go down that one. Okay. So you can see actually a ton of the uniques because they take up a lot more spot. I don't know exactly where these are going to go and what's going to stay. These are some of my favorites. The Posh Mall, the Grand Library, the Aquarium and Expo Center, the Sea and Skyscraper. I forget. This is the Expo. I'm trying to show people the stuff like that. Come on. It's a Marshmallow. Okay. So anyways, some of those may get turned on or off. What else has happened? A little bit. I upgraded the fishing industry, then backed it down. And now we've got one route of each type of fish temporarily for no reason, because it doesn't matter, because you just need quote unquote fish. So the individual type of fish doesn't really matter. I did create this. I got bored and I was messing around with some landscaping. So I might run the river through here, and then this thing that was always overflowing because I'd forget to turn it off actually unloads. Excuse me, hold on a second. This thing unloads all the way down here. That looks a little unnatural. We can fix that. Through here, through here, through here, down into the water, and you can actually see where the river kind of drops at the bottom of this little cliff here. So I don't know. I thought that just me messing around with some of the landscaping to try and create some natural looking land. Don't a truck would go to space on that ramp? I mean, there's one way to find out, right? Where's the good? Oh, there's no good way to come at that. There is no good way to come at that. Hold on a second. Well, that's not a great angle, is it? I don't know if we can get space speed here. I'm gonna try. That's a ramp. Like, can you just see it in the background there? Okay, here we go. Here, I'm gonna put. Oh no! We lost it. We lost it on that hill. That is some tough driving. Hold on a second. I might have to. There's bumps. There's bumps in these roads. Keep it. No. Okay. All right, we got this. That is bumpy. Let's go over here because I think we got the speed. And it's more about the angle here. It's these curbs that are throwing me off. Nope. Okay. I don't think this is in the cards. This is a tough. Exactly, Pat. 2 hours later. We spun around so fast I got lost and I forgot where we were. Over by the stadium. Oh my god. Okay. The traffic, because of this intersection I created. Did I cause a stoplight or something? Okay, come on. We're going first person. And then okay. And we lit on our feet. No. We cleared the train tracks. I have CTE also, I should tell you from this. Okay, well that was... Hold on a second. That was That was a journey. Where's this? Wow. We were over there. We were on the other side of the stadium. See that bump? That was our launch point. All right. Okay. We did that. All right. Leave the temporary road and one more trip. One more trip. How can I come in this way? Okay, hold on. We're gonna come in. We're gonna come in the city this way. On this view here, we're gonna come in this way. Where is it? This way. This way. Drive. Okay, we're not driving the donut truck. Driving the hot dog truck. No, we're driving. I don't even want to say it, and it's still 10 years away. We're driving our daughter to college through a semi truck. I'm driving my daughter to college. Get off my butt, truck! You guys sandwiched me in here. What's the horn button? Okay. Was that the way I meant to go? Yes, it was. I'm still, it's weird driving, getting used to navigating the city down here. Before that texture loaded in, that looked like a llama on a moped. Okay, I do have an elevated train station here. I might do something with that. I'd like to keep it elevated on the outside of the city. But we'll see. That's just the first station that I put in there. I do like it with the. Is this the modern downtown? That's something's different down here, right? I don't know what I put down here. Okay. Dang, I forget which street I wanted to go. I wanted to go down one of these streets towards the college. We're back roading it. Ways through us on the back roads. I want to help. Okay, all right. We're driving safe because we're bringing our daughter to college, and Waze brought us through the residential neighborhoods of Riverrun. That's okay. Actually, no. This is commercial. There's residential somewhere around here. It's down here. It's way over here at the other end of town somewhere. We're trying to get there safely. There is a stop sign here. Oh, okay. It's tough to, like, it's a slow turn your head. It's very tough to do that responsibly. Hang on a second here. We're driving. I kind of want to, I'm going to bump the tunes up a little bit, you know, like. Maybe up here. Okay. This is a long straight road. I in retrospect, I might have put something in the middle of this segment. It doesn't look this big when you're the hand of God above. This is probably the longest segment of straight road on this very north part of the map in the high density. Okay, that would have been a car accident, but it's fine. Okay, so now I just need to get my bearings here, and I think we go right to get back to the outlet road, which should be the next left. It was another blue car. Yep. Okay, perfect. Green light, let's go. Dump trucks think they own the road. Where are all these people coming from in their pocket cars on the right? Okay. Hey, I'm here. Like, just because we don't have collision with each other doesn't mean you can't pretend I'm here. Okay. Here's where we're gonna park illegally over here. Don't mind that sign. It's fine. Don't mind the tree. Okay, get out of the car here, baby. We don't want any part of this. Wait, let me grab the license plates. Let me grab the license plate here. Let me grab the toolbox and get the license plates off the car and pretend like we were never here. Okay, that needs fixing. I know it's right there at the entrance. It's actually kind of embarrassing, but we'll figure it out. We're right here at the highway. It's a little crazy traffic wise. It's drop off day. What do you want? Everybody's saying goodbye to their kids. It's a day. Okay, so here we are. We'll adjust the sunlight as we go. Is that a really tall? Okay, yeah. This, like I said, this building needs adjustment. Okay, this is obviously not up to accessibility standards. Although I can jump it in one jump, but that's definitely not cool. Okay. Anyways, we have to go over here to the main administration building first. So this is the entryway. Oh, don't peek the dorms. Don't peek the quad yet. You don't want to see it yet. It's good. I like it. Okay. So over here, what is this? Like the library, I believe. And that is also an accessibility issue. But in the grand scheme of things, I think I kind of have to put up with that one, it looks like. That doesn't seem cool, though. Can we even walk up that? No. So we have to jump. It'd be cool, like, if it just, like, treated it as a staircase. That'd be fine. There's our problem right there. That'll rip your bumper off. Okay. Back here is, I believe, the media laboratory. But that doesn't matter right now. I wish I had some ads to roll or something, because I could come in. I mean, I could roll an actual ad, but that would be mean. We'll be right back after these messages and the quick meeting in the administration center. Okay. Anyways, still accepted. There's a lumpy outdoor study hall. I need to do some work around here, apparently. I will say, can I just say Remastered is awful about the ground. The stack interchange tutorial I did doesn't work anymore because highways don't fit that close together anymore. They changed that, and also since Remastered came out, there has been this weird issue with how it remembers the ground that was there before. And it's so frustrating. Like there's ways to do it, but you got to like delete everything, raise the ground, lower the ground, flatten the ground, put everything back, and it still might remember. It's so annoying. It remembers terrain that isn't there that was there. Frustrating. Okay. I don't remember exactly what's back here, and I'll give you the overhead view after. This is one of the larger school buildings right back behind the main administration. Next to the collider for now. That might move. But this is a nice big building kind of rounding out the back of the lot. Yeah, Move It is an amazing tool for fixing the jank of the game. Unfortunately, we've got to, I'll do the best I can, and maybe it's a thing that I come back in and fix later. Bookstore, obviously. Well, maybe not obviously in that lighting. My God. Wrong time of day in the shadows here at the bookstore. You don't want to know the prices. So there's a couple buildings down that way and another one over here. So this is a nice little, this look, I really like the look of this on foot. Like it feels campusy. It feels like a real world space to me. So that's got to be one of the other schools. School of Science. I forget what I have in here. I mean, we may as well walk it. What's all the way down here? So main administration building again. This is the back side of the bookstore. That is a huge bookstore. The bottom floor is for the books, and the top double stack is for all your money for buying said books. So we have the collider back here and the commencement office. Oh, commencement is happening right now as we speak. Ladies and gentlemen, Chirper, thank you, appreciate this. It's an honor to be an honorary degree holder from Riverrun University, prestigious university. Is it still prestigious? You did so great. So many people doubted you back in the days when you were at the Creative Arts Institute and they were calling you lazy. And let's be fair, you really were being lazy. But, 4 more years of that laze and look where you are. Graduating into an economy that itself is really, really rich. I mean, we have over $213 million. We're not going to share any of that with you. But congratulations. Okay, so that was great timing, huh? We just happened to be touring the campus. Kanga, welcome. We just happened to be touring the campus when that was kicking off. Will they be toga partying next? I don't know. So this is one of the other special schools on the right. I'm really happy to show you the quad. The quad is very much based. Adia, do you have a computer tab handy? Like, have you seen an overhead on Google Maps of? I mean, you saw that shot from the documentary, and if it's stuck in your memory at all, this should seem very familiar. I didn't do the cherry, the pink trees. Well, that could be for the other campus eventually. Look at, oh my God, I love the sight lines here. Look at this. Look at this. Wait till you see this. I am really proud of this build, and it's so simple. It's so simple. It's just a wide open. Yeah, you posted it on Discord. Yeah. It's just a wide open thing. It's so simple, but it creates this open space that I think is really here. We should stay on the path. We'll be nice to the grass. So we've got some of the campus. That's a campus fountain. You can see there's 6 dorms, 3 on either side. They're not exactly centered on the quad, but down here it doesn't really matter. There are the 2 campus statues. So 1 and 2 across the way. Really? University academic statue? That's okay. It seems kind of placeholdery. Thumbs up? No. Thought it was a thumbs up. From over here, it kind of looked thumbs up. Right there. Thumbs up, buddy. Good job. Great job. Okay, so anyways. So look at this as it rounds out the back half of the campus. Or the back half of the quad. There are, looks like I did tuck in a couple of pink trees here and there. Just for a touch. Oh, toga party. It's toga time. So down here, there is another school. But I also crammed in one of the hotel assets. So at the end of our road here, this is a one-way road, by the way. 2-lane one-way road, grass, that will allow cars through here. It's a loop all the way around the administration building to here. Well, look at this. I used the bridge and pond in front of this last school. Well, I love that. I love that. I'm really happy with how this campus came out. So let's get a little bit bird's eye from the roof of this school, maybe. This one, that one, this one. Oh yeah! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, it's a little off center. That's so annoying. That's triggering. Oh! Okay, hold on a second. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that so beautiful right there? Right there. It's so beautiful. Perfect. That's so triggering to me that it's off center. I don't know if I can fix that either without adjusting the roads. Oh wait, maybe we can. Maybe we can. Hold on a second. If we come over one square, it's I'd have to move the whole road to not snap it. It's going to be off center that way or off center that way. I could break this road and like, I mean, I guess I could show you. Let's fix it. Let's fix it right now. Okay, so we just need a road. Any road will do. What if we do that? Where is the center of that? No. So we need no snapping. Okay, road tools, no length. Angle's fine. Angle doesn't really matter because I have nothing to snap it against. We're not going to use the grid. We're not going to use the guidelines because those will also snap technically. So that was like here to here. So what if we do like that? That might be it right there. Hold on a second. Can we... Whoa, wait a minute. Mind blown. Mind blown. Does the building, does it not have anything else to snap to? Or is it, does it turn off snapping for the building? It doesn't turn off snapping for the building, does it? No, it's because it only has like that one square to grab onto, so it's letting me free place, basically. Okay. Get out of here, criminals. So we want to get it as straight on that square across the street. And that looks good to me. So let's do that. Hopefully we can place our road back. And it was what? Wait, I can just do it this way. Eyedropper, road, here. Okay, nice. And now we can turn our snapping back on. Okay, play. Criminal, get lost. You're ruining the mood over here. You're bringing it down. Okay. Walk, rooftop. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Click. Click. What about that? That's a thumbnail. That's a quad. Come on. That came out great. I think that came out great. It's boxy and it's simple, right? But what's a good time of day over here? When the lights have just come on. I don't know. What's the morning look like over here? Too much color. Where does it break? I like when the sun's got to kind of come up on the quad. That's actually not a bad contrast. The left to the right. Don't mind the police problems. It's fine. It's fine. So that's what I was up to. Let's take a look at the overhead. You get a sense for what's going on here. There's a diamond interchange off the highway. It's really simple and stupid and backed up right now, which leads me to that. Is there a game? There's games happening. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And sometimes also the stadium over here, but this one does work on its own schedule. But the college sports, if it's one college, all have their games on the same day, which seems kind of silly to me. Now, what are they doing parking lot wise? The parking lot is very much just a decorative thing for off game days. But if it's a game day, it kind of looks stupid how few cars there are for how many people are about to pull them out of their pockets when they leave. It's kind of silly. 60,000 people here, all gonna drive home in a car because I haven't hooked up the metro lines yet since breaking them. I don't know. How do we feel about this aesthetic? It's a little different. The industrial road prevents parking, which again doesn't freaking matter when there's like 10 people in the lot. Like that's what it should look like in an off day. Both those lots should be jammed with cars. That's one thing, like North American perspective, I would have like where it's supposed to be horrible traffic and cars everywhere. What do you want? No safety precautions whatsoever. It just that's all I can see now. Other teams getting routed by the Gators, the Riverrun Gators. Get your jerseys. Where is it? Can I drag this onto the stream? Hold on a second. I made a town seal. I gotta find it. Downloads. Can I just drag it on to the thing? You can. Okay. Riverrun 2025. There you go. Okay. Sports team merch coming soon. So they're all going to pour out of here. Eventually, there is a metro station here, which is handy because I think of these two as drawing the most crowd. Basketball draw a lot of crowd in Riverrun, but the aquatics events and the track and field events, I don't know. Obviously less. Look at the size of the stands. Get it. Cutouts. Are they cutouts as well? Yeah, they're cutouts. Go team. Everybody have a seizure. Good job, everybody. Great season, Grandma. Is everybody good? Okay, what are you doing? Really? These two, the grandpa and this guy on the left. This is, I mean, that's a thumbnail too, honestly. What am I watching? This is actually painful to look at. Okay. The grandma is like shaking demon spirits out. This is creepy. Dude, is this how you clap? Who? I just like to whap the heel of my hands together. It's not at all sexual. Whoa, okay. All right. Everybody just disappeared. That was a really bad trip is what that was. Okay, get ready for the traffic, okay? So everybody's going to stroll out here. I put this intersection here because some of them will cross the road now, because if they want to go that way, what a ton of them were doing, and here, these idiots will show, they're a great example. Some people, look, I want to go that way. Okay, I can walk across the street and pull up my pocket car and go. Other people are like, oh, I'm going to walk 800 yards and then up this road over here, halfway up the hill, and pull out my pocket car up there. What? So that I can then make a left turn. These are the smart ones. You want to go that way, just go that way. Cross right here. Cross. Yeah, exactly. Hold on a second. Let's see if we can find the creepy people. Walk. Okay, it's impossible at this time of day. Hold on. We need the sun coming in behind us. No, this way? Okay, and then we no, I don't need to look at milestones. I need to get down here and walk 1x speed. No, they're all different. Oh, that guy was there. That guy was there for sure. You were one of the creepos. The guy in the black suit. He changed his clothes. He had on the team jersey, but definitely doggies. Oh, that one's like hobbling. Do you guys need help? Do you guys need a vet? Like, you're hobbling. Guys, where's your owners? I want to talk to them. Okay, anyways, here's the traffic nightmare. There's the traffic nightmare. There it is. The car homunculus. It's a little weird up here. Like, look, where do they drive to get into their pocket cars? Are they going to the lot to pull out their pocket cars? Wait. Really? Park it in the lot, idiots! That's what it's there for! Park it in the parking lot! You don't gotta shove it up your butt! It's a car! It cannot be comfortable in your pocket for the duration of the game. Use the parking lots. I like that they call them, they're decorative parking lots. Like they'll know, you know, like, we don't intend them to be used. When it's like, well, some people do though. Like you couldn't have made this more of a priority than parking on the street if it's nearby. They'll walk 1.5 miles to pull out a pocket car and get on the highway. Okay. So anyways, that's the campus update, part of it at least. I'm also going to build back here towards the highway. I'm going to keep it very natural or natural looking and build in the Bird and Bee Haven Climate Research Center, the Eden Project, which is across the highway for now, and the lungs of the city. So I'm going to try and incorporate all of that into like a nature research area here, loosely affiliated with University of Riverrun, which if I haven't renamed, I should. Are you? I must have. Where is the university tool? It's going to be in the center of the area. I don't see it. Oh, because there's university way up there. Technological Institute of Riverrun. I didn't rename it. Okay. What was I going to show you? There was something else. Help me out. What was I going to do? There was something else. Don't mind the death. That's fine. We saw the sunken highway. AC. I can save this. I've been saving a terrible troll for you. I'm so glad you're here. I started naming stuff. I was just running through some of it. So over here, Dolphin Lake, right? Of course, Dolphin Lake. So this is where the amusement park's gonna go. I broke the amusement park down. I think we're gonna put more low density suburbs over there to really I really want to build this place out, but in an appropriate way. I got ideas still. So in my effort, I started renaming some of the things. This is Central Park, very much a work in progress. And then this is our orientation for north, east, southwest. So east is on the right, west is on the left. And then in an effort to make the districts kind of friendly for my highway configuration here, basically this is Central Park East. I cut it in half. So there's a little slice on the right, and then over here a little slice on the left for Central Park West. This allows me to do Old Town in each of these districts. So essentially they have like 1 or 2 highway entrances and they don't travel to other zones, but everything has highway accessibility for goods being delivered to the businesses. Everything's set there. I don't think service vehicles matter, but we've gotten through all the death waves. This is just a new one. Don't worry about it. I did show off the sunken highway a little bit, AC. This is new. It's a little rough in spots, but I like this exit actually coming off the highway. The trumpet's a little dumb, but it flows. Oh, and there's a bump there I didn't see until just now. But check out this coming into the city. Oh, there's another bump I didn't see until just now. If you build up the ground, and I knock the ground down after, but if you build up the ground a little bit on either side, you can get away with a little less clearance. This is actually 2 clicks above the road instead of 3 clicks above the road, but it was on a bit of a bump of land, so it's still lower than 3 clicks, which makes coming back down to this road height a lot less obnoxious. And then over here we've got the Central Park, and this kind of feeds into a 6-lane one-way around the city that handles all that big traffic and forces some of it in certain directions. So surprisingly, 77, it dropped down. It drops down a little bit after games. We may still be, we're still churning through post-game traffic, which unfortunately takes a little while to get out of the city. No transit yet, and we were like 80% traffic, so I'm okay with it. All right. But anyways, I'm sorry. No! No!
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Not the Opera House. Come on now. Are you seriously putting out the grass across the street, you idiot? You are a Muppet. Who is flying this helicopter? Hold on. Can I not find out who's... Fire helicopter, you rush into wildfire near Masters Arc. Okay, so we don't know who's actually piloting this. Because I want to go bulldoze their house. Are you gonna go put this tree out? Are you gonna go put that tree out? Are you gonna go put that tree out while the Opera House is on fire? Okay. Good job, guys. Great work. Good stuff. Yeah. Keep it up. Big thumbs up, guys. It should be fine. I wouldn't worry about it. It's okay. It survived. No thanks to the fire department. Okay. Guys. Are you serious? You're going to fly all the way back to base. Realize that there's a fire. And then go dunk your water over there instead of just dipping it in to the river right here. I'm surprised at this point. Yeah, they're caught in the move-in traffic. Yeah. It's the struggle. Okay. So anyways, where do we start, right? This is where it all started. This is the Ice Cube factory. It got a remodel. Don't worry. It is still the Ice Cube factory. It's historical. It just got a facelift. That facelift is the Industrial Revolution buildings. And it got me thinking, we got our start here as well. Industrial Revolution, French Revolution. It's a hill. So it's a French hill. And for whatever reason, AC, I don't know why, I can only think of saying it a trolley way. So, this little place that started it all. This is Skyline Francesi. Welcome to Skyline Francesi. A lot of fires, decent number of fires. Fair amount, one breaking out as we speak. So welcome to Skyline Francesi, AC. That's a little nod for you up there in the Quebecois. All right, we need to bulldoze. We need to collapse the cemetery over here first. Ooh, those red trees pop from a really, really far distance. Okay, this is busted. Get out of town, please. Okay. Nothing's complaining too bad, which is good. What is it, Jacques? Isn't that what's his name? Key and Peele? Mispronouncing students' names. Jacques. A lot of money that your city has. Yes, indeed, it does. We're up to 215 million. I don't want to disturb the dynamic too much because I have yet to do this. I would like to make this a billionaire city. AA Ron. D nice. Needs more fires, I am doing, can I just say that I am doing what I can for entertainment value? Because I want to show you two things. Look at my liberal overuse of trees to connect absolutely everything with kindling. If one thing goes up, a lot of it goes up. I am trying. The other thing that I am trying is if we look at city policies, what is not turned on? Smoke detector distribution. And I don't have a lot of fireplaces either if I think about it. So what do we got? We got a little, okay, there's a fire station in the middle of this area. There is a fire. I have a video of this on fire on my Xbox shares. It never saw it coming. An entire forest of trees is on fire, and so is the watchtower. That's fun. But there's not a lot of actual traditional fire coverage per se. I think like in weird spots. So this is that's the big helicopter depot. Do I have a thing right here? We don't need that close to the helicopter depot. That's a little police station. Back to info views. Bring that down a little bit. I had hyped up the music again. Okay. So, one station, is this another fire nest? Yeah. And then there's another station over here. So there's two stations in all of that space. Collide Francesi, it's all I can hear every time I see it. Collide Francesi. You know who's from Collide Francesi? My good buddy Jacques. Okay. So I still would like to do. I want to maybe try and do some of the different assets, like the village assets. So I want to do like a little thin populated suburb there or something, and then maybe here. Maybe there. I don't want it too closely connected to this though. I want the oil off on its own, and I want there to be some barrier. So that's why I might consider, again, bringing the river through here. That's why I was messing around with this. Is like, could we have the river come all the way through the map? And I think we could. One more house there, please. Do you think? Do I have to? I probably have to solve our residential or our industrial demand need first. Okay. Sorry, this stream's all over the place. So lots of stuff that we could do, some detailing here and there when things stop bursting into flames. I'm trying though, right? Like there's trees everywhere. I love trees everywhere. I'm from New England. There are trees everywhere. This is not excessive. This is what it looks like. But they don't look great in remastered. The texture pop in is so abrasive. Come on, guys, put it out. My oldest city, I believe, is 2192, or in-game years oldest that I've run the longest. So this city is the richest, and we're going for $1 billion. It's also going to be the oldest before not too long, which surprises me. Like, I've just like, it was really weird, the growth of the city. Like some of you saw it live here on stream. I like didn't put any thought into slowing down the build for the most part. Like sometimes I would like, historically I would pause and I would run more cinematic camera, which is 1x speed by default. More fire in the background. Another neighborhood going up. Hold on, Frank Hazy. Sorry. What is off over here? Oh, the metro. I should do this first just to get something going on here. So apologies for a minute. But yeah, I ran the city at 3x speed nonstop. Thank you. I trailed off on that story like I do a lot. And it's basically been running at 3. Like this is literally what it does. This is what my workday looked like today. My TV off to the side of me. Literally the entire 8-hour day was just running at 3x speed. And I'll turn it on, like I'll look at it like every 4 hours or so, empty a what do you call it? A cemetery, and then put literally no other thought into it. That's how overpowered these industries are. Right now we can see these are the best problems to have. It's like I'm full of stuff and I just need somebody to want it. Right? So that's a great problem to have. That is the same in the forestry. Over here, it's the same. This one doesn't have enough fish, which is a different problem. I could sort. And then where's the other one? The ore is up here. And this one's having no problems either right now. I ended up shutting off the individual power stations because they were too tough to balance on a per basis, and I was having some budget problems. I'll probably get to the point where I turn those back on at some point down the road because I made it to 100 million with power stations at each. But I had to balance my budget a little bit tighter when I moved 54,000 people out when I demoed up here. All I could think about was modern Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare. 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. And legit, I made it a ghost town like 10 seconds. It was just so much economic damage to the city. But we're back. We're back. 215 million. Let me see where we're at real quick. The magic is right here. The warehouses and unique factories. Once you have your supply chain all figured out and everything cranked up to 150, my fishing is, I had it in a good spot and I deleted a bunch of the fish farms. I think they were providing a lot of the resources. Apparently I have crappy fishing routes. Back to the metro. Yes. Thank you for keeping me focused, AC. But you can see like making a ton of money on education. Well, it's an okay margin. We're spending 73 to make 100, but 122 spent on industrial zoning, the industrial DLC stuff, 122 on that to make 259, and unique factories and all that stuff, like 263 industry overall. It's a huge part of our uplift. Back to Metro though, because thank you, AC. So I've got a station here in the industry. One in the center of that area. It's actually powered off. I was thinking about moving this one and putting it down here by the school. Would it make more sense by school? It probably makes more sense by the main street and to make the kids walk a block. Like I'm being a ridiculous American-brained lazy boy when I'm thinking like, yeah, but then they'd only have to walk 10 feet to the school that they'd go to because no one goes there because they're turned off because of the Hadron Collider. So it doesn't really matter anyways, you dumb dummy. I'm talking to myself, by the way. I'm the dumb dummy. Those red trees really do pop though. Like look at way back here. Way back here. See those red trees? Maybe not if you're on mobile. You see them now? You see them now? Do you see them now? How about now? You see him? You can see him now, right? And I guess maybe not if you're red, blue colorblind. Sorry. But anyways, those trees, they pop. Metro. We were doing Metro. We're still on the Metro. It's just, we're flowing tonight. So from here, I think we loop around to campus and come back down to the baseball and football stadium. So let's do that. I think that's how I had that before. The one at that, what will be, effectively a terminus, does have the double station. So we'll see if we can get that going. Thank you. Appreciate that on the sports complex. So it's not finished yet. This is the campus that we just did a tour of. I'm particularly proud of this. It's based off of the University of Washington, specifically the quad area here. It was fun. We walked it in first person and also fixed a slightly off-center, what is this, Hotels and Retreats Park, sitting in front of the last school here. And it's got this great sight line from the roof, or the top story windows, if we're being more responsible, of the quad there. But that's all part of, these are going to get like pushed back from the road a little bit on their own separate kind of, what is it, a couplet, technically a road that runs parallel along the side. And then we're going to move the lungs of the city and the Burton Beehaven Climate Research Station into a little green area over here with the Eden Project. So it's going to get better, but of course, being very American brained, there's massive parking garages and parking lots that nobody uses, but at least on the off days, like it looks realistic. And again, this is based off of the University of Washington in Seattle. Check it out on a map. It's very similar. It's sandwiched. There's a grid on the other side of the highway, and it's sandwiched between that highway and the river. And there's a lot of buildings. There's a very similar quad area, minus the giant, what do you call it? The giant park area there. But it has all the same facilities: track and field, football, baseball, basketball arena, gigantic parking lots. And in fact, I got to find a way to get more pavement in here, practice facilities and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, it's a work in progress. The good news is we got $215 million burning a hole in the city's budget. So, okay, let's get the rest of these tunnels hooked up. So underground view, please. And where are we going to? We're going to up here. Do I want to change that orientation? So how do we come at this? Do we come around behind and then go that way? I think that we do. So let's move this before I come over here with the. Okay, that's facing the road. So what if we face that way instead? Virtually no different. It's on the one way surrounding the campus. So back to metro, back to tunnels, or back to tracks. Technically, it's all the same thing. The contrast, like, this is so tough to read. I can't believe that somebody played this and was like, oh yeah, this is the UI that we want. White on white in a glass of milk on a paper plate in a snowstorm. The guy who designed this probably has like some retinal condition. No one wanted to tell him. He's the guy that wears his sunglasses at night that Corey Hart was talking about. Corey Hart, right? Corey Hart? Sunglasses at night, Corey Hart? Please tell me I'm remembering that right. And we'll come at it from this way, I guess. Well, actually, let's think about this for a second. Where's that gonna go to? Let's come at it. We'll come at it from the side. That's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's all hidden underground. Pretend it's not there. So we'll start in industry. We'll pick up people around the suburbs. We should get some school buses going, especially in the suburbs, to get people to those stations and the school. And then we can get to campus, or we can get to a game as well before we head back. And then we can look at doing something in the, we got to do something around Central Park, especially. But the important part is we got to start where it all began, over here in Colleen Franchese. The mall just dumped over here in the industrial area. Like, look at this area. The mall just sitting there. Okay. How's this thing doing? 2 of 100 trucks in use. What a fantastic monument to spend $8,000 a week on. I don't think it matters. Like, do you see that? The second truck just came out. It looks really, really cool. I love it. I absolutely love it. But my God, what a waste of $8,000 a week. We should actually look at that. Like, does that actually impact our ability to process garbage at all? Probably not. We're in the green. What if we turn this off? Now we're in the yellow. The trucks are not in use though. Like, what is this thing doing? I don't believe that. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. Two of 100 trucks in use, and you're telling me it takes me from needle buried in the green to like, oh, you better think about fixing stuff quick. That's what those 2 trucks are doing. They are busy AF. What are those 2 trucks doing other than a whole bunch of stimulants and over the speed limit? It gives us processing power, apparently. Is that what it is? Does it increase the other buildings?
Ultimate recycling plant is a monument that can manage huge amounts of garbage and process it to electricity, goods, and raw materials. These products benefit your city or can be exported. Exporting is automatic if needed. It's confusing. Garbage truck capacity 100. How many do we get? So, I mean, I could turn off all the recycling plants and see. Is it picking up the slack? This is $240 a week off. They're all going off. I got a whole block of them here. Okay, you're needed more now. 5 trucks in use. 6 trucks in use. Okay. Hold on a second. Look at this army of trucks. Oh my God. There's no way we don't develop garbage problems over here. Does it send out more trucks if I don't have dumps? And should I have been doing this all the time? 8, 9. It goes up to 9, then back to 8. Believe, like, there were 75 trucks leaving the dumps over there, guys. Like, they certainly were looking busy over on the other side of the river. Okay, so we shut off 1, 2, what did we shut off? 7 there. Another 6 over here. I don't even know where I have other. I got one over here. Nope. Go home, garbage truck. We'll see what happens here. Let's let it run for a minute. Where do we have? Let's see where we have other dumps. Do we have a dump up here? We have a dump in all the places. Everybody's gonna get full of garbage. Okay, we'll leave that off and off. I think that's everything in the city. That is not the recycling plant itself. And we're still in the green processing wise, but how many trucks? 10. So it's interesting. It does go up as the need is there. Are these trucks? I was going to say, are these trucks super trucks? But no, they are not. Fire up there. Like, I think this is a bad idea, honestly. We already have a death wave going on, and now we're going to have a bunch of sanitation problems too. This building's in the red. The Eden Project is in the red. It's right next door to the dump army. I don't know. Experiment over. 10 trucks? How many? I don't think I need to run this experiment. This is what I always thought and suspected. It's absolutely broken. Does it help my city's processing? I don't know. Maybe. Let's turn on just the recycling plants and see how we do. Even though they're not really arranged in a good way for accessing highways and stuff. I should tuck them on their own entrances and service areas. We're going to turn all these back on because the city's immediately developing problems as soon as we turn these off. It's like, nah, it's getting stinky in here, man. There's a lot of garbage piling up. Is there an achievement that I don't have on Remastered for that? I don't remember. Did I do an episode on Meander when I went back to try and get achievements? Oh, I don't have the frickin' metro stations turned on. I'm an idiot. All those metro stations were turned off. Campus ones turned off also. That's good. That's good. And we're going to start. Okay, so we're going to start incurring. Transportation costs, which we didn't have in our budget before. So we got to 80+% traffic, 100,000 people, 200 million in the bank without doing any. I briefly had some metro lines, but they went away for quite a while, and it was just running, making the second 100 mil with nothing. But budget wise, what does it say? 20,000. We're definitely going to lose money on on Metro. Transport line. We gotta keep an eye on the garbage problem too. Let me actually, before I forget, let me turn on the industry specific recycling plants as well, because those places will pile up. Did I not shut this one off? I did shut this one off. And then over here, yes, I know there's garbage piling up. Thank you for your red pop-up. We appreciate you. Okay, so AZ asks, could we turn on free public transport to lower traffic? Yes, we could. Are we going to on our way to $1 billion though? No, we are not. We are going to build off of the success that we found when we originally built on the Colleen Francese. It's served us well since then, and it will continue to do so on our path to 1 billion. Garbage problems going away in the east. What's going on over here? Come on, everybody. Come on, dump trucks. They're probably piling up to get out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God, boys. I'm so sorry. Yikes. This is a rough spot over here. This is not well designed. So I think we got to come up with another interchange somewhere over here. It's got to be tight though, because I don't want to eat too much into up there. I don't know what to do, honestly. We need a sports arena specific exit, and we don't have one. But then again, hey, we got Metro going now. We got Metro going. This is a pretty slick looking high school campus here. Just if we look at this angle, you can pretend that you don't notice that the baseball field doesn't have an outfield fence. Once you imagine that it's there, and that there's actually safety netting behind home plate, not seats that are uncovered about to get murdered. It really snaps together once you get that out of your head. But if you keep that in your head, actually, it's kind of horrific in a way, aesthetically and like, you know, potentially death wise. Like this person sitting right behind there, that grandma. Last game you came to, grandma. Okay. I threw some stuff in here. I don't think this is going to stay the market, but whatever. It's there for now. I do want to find a way to incorporate, I think, these three into like a downtown, an original OG old school plaza, not just like throwing them on the strip here. But I want to design something down here. I don't know. I got to figure out. I got to get some inspiration for that. Really? Kung, you weren't active in chat for a bit, and there's a triple house fire. It's like, seriously. Your timing is impeccable. Oh my goodness. So I did move a bunch of people into this area earlier. I think they're okay over here coverage wise. We've got a 6-pack of crematoriums here now on this, and it's been doing okay, but this is the first time this neighborhood has had a death wave. It's the first time they've moved in with these 6, so we'll see if the 6 can still keep up. Hopefully. How's everybody's Saturday? Is what I'll be saying if I stream tomorrow. How's everybody's Friday? Hope you're well. Hydration time. Let's see. You know what? You know what I think it's time for? Night cruise. Oh! Oh, look at that! I love it! I'm sorry. I've come a long way as a builder, okay? Woo! Cinematic camera treating me well tonight. Right off the bat. Show something stupid. Go ahead. I mean, that doesn't look bad from that angle. That's okay too. The tunnel's a little weird. Little industry. Was that the oil? No. Ore? I'm jamming. I'm just jamming. We'll get the tunes up a little bit on the cruise. I'm enjoying this one so far. Like, there's still very disconnected ideas, but as you can see, like, things are starting to come together. Like, a lot of things gonna happen with this build. There you go. Okay, I deserve that. There's still some stupid traffic spots, but we're around 80%. We only just put in our first metro line, technically. It's gonna get better. I have a Google Nest. What is it? Nest Home, whatever, the display on my desk. And there is a crazy intersection on there right now. Queens County. Crazy intersection in Queens County. Okay. I was trying to lean in to get more info on it, but it wasn't really helpful what was displayed on there. It's coming along. I like Riverrun. Riverrun has a spot in my heart already. Have I asked recently, and if so, I forgot. Like, if I was gonna do a 25 tile remaster, what would it be? Because I technically haven't done that yet. I've done a little bit of creative, like, cheats building offline. Starting to mess around with like Hanu or Rockdale again, but if you got to pick, if there was a 25 tile remaster of an old build, where are we going back? And if we go back to Plainville, do we do the whole no DLC thing again? Someone got on me in the comments recently. They're like, I like your video, but you use a recycling plant. Recycling plant's not base game. Don't use non-base game stuff. And I'm like, dude, this game came out in 2017. Give me a break. The tutorial's from 2021. 21. It's 2025. I'm sorry. Give me a break. It's pretty clean. It's a pretty clean build. I like it. The high-rise ban in the downtown area is essential, and it lets you use the skyscraper's assets to set your own skyline up. Those buildings are all dark because they're off, huh? That's unfortunate. We'll have to start turning on the uniques now that our traffic can afford it a little bit better. We'll bring more people into the city. We should probably do intercity bus, and bus lines would be a cool one. Throw in there. That actually, intercity bus would be a great way to use up some space. A bus yard in that, right there. Well, actually, no, a little bit further downriver. I want to do something in between the farmland and the city, where the other baseball stadium is. Love to see Hanu Island again. Always have a soft spot for Swampscott. That's a soft spot for Swampscott. That's a kind of a tongue twister. Also, the soft spot in Swampscott is the swamp. The Hanu revisit, yeah. Hanu's a fun one, and the 25 tiles lets you do stuff out on the coast, like out on the mainland. Well, not that it's the mainland, the bigger islands. It's all islands out there. Aren't we just on one big planet-sized island floating in space. That's a good shot. I gotta figure out a way to do like a courtyard for the church. Something to build it up a little bit. I also need to look at potentially using some of the different suburban assets. What do we have for low density housing? You have this, you have European suburbia, you have the green city stuff, and you have mid-century modern. And I kind of want to blend them all together. I wish you could. A little easier. Or just lump them all into one pool. Build wherever you want. Okay. Okay. Downscaling. Using different lot sizes. That's a little ridiculous right there, those tiny houses. But using different lot sizes, we had a good streak for a while. And then we got a jammed intersection. Maybe we can go try to figure out what that is. Kind of want to do some detailing though, honestly. Yeah, negative space, not having to zone everywhere. I'm getting used to the 4-lane lights if you put them in the right spots. The better the arterial roads and stuff are set up, it's not as triggering to me when it's not the mess that I was making before. That's a plazas and promenades asset in the school area next to the courts and the park that I'm building up near the river. Still gotta figure out how to trail things off right, but we'll come up with some ideas. Another park idea. I do have the central park that I need to finish. It's not finished by any means. Oh, the camera's not going to swing around in time, but the Vegemite fields are nearby. All right, let's jump out of this. Let's get your sunglasses at night because it's daytime again. Okay. Oh, what the okay. Okay. Are you kidding me? I'm so glad we toured it when we did. Oh my God. That's awful. That's so awful. My beautiful campus, not the quad. No. What the heck? Man, oh my God. Thanks, guys. Did you put the trees out first this time? You guys are literally like, aren't you like right across? I mean, it's pretty close. Pretty close there. Did we just lose games? Ooh. People are taking the metro now. We didn't have metro lines before. Look at that. Oh, you know what? I gotta put these maybe a little bit closer and create a footpath up there. Because if they'll walk all the way down here. Oh, never mind. I was going to say if they walk all the way. Oh, no, a lot of them are still pocket carring. You doofuses. I guess it's a lot less. Are a decent number of them making it up to the metro? All right. Hey. All right. Well, look at that. That's great. Thanks, everybody.
We can't do free public transit, but I will consider this. Hold on a second. Public transport is free on match days. Increased amount of visitors raises the odds of winning matches. Okay. I don't know where the metro gets them though, honestly. Like, and how much we got to keep an eye on how much that eats into our profits, because the goal of this city, I want it. Like, I think I've already made some steps towards making it. Ignore the pop-ups. I think I've already taken some steps to making it aesthetically pleasing in some ways that maybe I had not in the past. It's more thought out and cohesive. Like, Meander was my first 25 tile build, but it's a weird island, and I try to do a lot there. I think this is a 25 tile build that is a more cohesive idea, top to bottom. And it's still got a long way to go. But as I've said before, I'm a firm believer in the sketch. It doesn't have to be right the first time or the fifth time. I can see that from a mile away. Oh, not the trees too. Come on. Come on. Oh, there you go. You got a show in traffic. What is that gigantic plume of smoke off to the edge of the highway? Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. Okay, so we have match day transport on. Should we work more on transport, or should we keep our fingers crossed that this doesn't spread? The trees. Yes, the trees are out. Great job, asshole. I'm sorry. But he is. There's another one in the background, Adia. They just keep coming. It's fine. Okay. I think, how do we feel about putting a little work into transit? I think it's time, because I would like to turn on some of these unique buildings. One, to light them up at night. Two, maybe bring in some tourists that'll spend some money. I don't know. Maybe there's other untapped markets for revenue. And if that's the case, like, I don't want to not tap, right? Okay, so chat, shout out. Where's the airport gonna go? Because we should put in a metropolitan airport. I want to fill in this area here, but this is not appropriate for an airport. This is really wonky right now, but we got to like fold off the city grid into an industrial area. And I kind of want to do like the stadium, pedestrian area, shopping malls, like commerce over here. And I'm fine that the metro could bring us there. This could be a train station stop for sure, because we have a train here. We could look at like train on the outside beltway, a suburb stop, maybe a campus stop. There's a downtown Central Park stop, and then a fishing, whatever the hell this area is, stop by the stadium. One of the two stadiums. There's a lot going on. Airport in the forest. So what are we thinking? So where would the airport go? So I forgot to tell you about this. I think I started to say, but I ruined the surprise. I'm not here to announce one amusement park, Dolphin Lake, but 3. So there's going to be the Dolphin Lake Amusement Park, the Dolphin Lake Zoo, and we've paywalled the roller coaster and the fun rides. So you got to come over to Dolphin Lakes Riverrun Adventure. So there's going to be 3 parks, technically. A zoo and 2 amusement parks. And there's going to be some monorail connectivity. We'll do some things. But that's going to require a Cloverleaf, maybe, Clover Mill upgrade here. We're going to do something different. But that is coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. I broke down the... it's fully upgraded. It was over here. So we've got everything, piggy train and all. But it's just a matter, I'm going to rebuild out this way. But excited to announce Dolphin Lake Amusement Park, Dolphin Lake Zoo, and Dolphin Lakes Riverrun Adventure. Don't say it without the Dolphin Lakes. It's very important. I'm going to do my best to parody a Disney build here. I was thinking coming off the highway, we could have a toll and then like a parking lot, inaccessible road that you can walk through a park to pay $40 to get on the monorail. And the district will have high ticket prices and it will take you to one of the amusement parks. So it probably won't be high attendance. That kind of full scheme might be post $1 billion because I think it's gonna be expensive to run the parks. Like that might be a money loser, but it'll be funny. Okay, but anyways, airport. So that's actually what I was experimenting with over here. The transportation and ticket center was coming off the highway, a toll booth, and I went straight to the monorail. But my brain, like, they have to walk through a park. They have to get on a high ticket prices monorail, maybe a park on the other side to walk into the park. I don't know. See if anybody shows up for that stupidity. Something like that could be fun. Okay. So like up here is not a bad spot. Let's again look. This one? Hide. Okay. So we've got room over here. This spot behind the suburbs. I feel like that could be okay. But I feel like more suburbs and country buildings and something sparse out here could be good too. That'll be more challenging, honestly, for me, like trailing off into like a much smaller town in the outskirts of the highway. But where can we fit an airport? The other spot I thought is where the transportation ticket center was. Let's just see real quick what I'm gonna do the Metropolitan Airport. If we're gonna build an airport, like I'm gonna do like that'll be more the focus of the build. This one's not the airport build. So airports, I want to say no, that's airports. We want to go to mass transit and we want to go to hub buildings. And it's somewhere in here. Can I just say something real quick? I saw this on. I caught a couple egg live streams and now it's throwing me egg videos in the algorithm. And I saw one where he was talking about this and oh my God, it looks so beautiful. And I never messed around with it much, but I definitely want to build that into, that's a crossing, right? It's a double, it's a quad, it's a 5. And there's no way we can access, right? This doesn't work on console, does it? There's no way this freaking thing works on console. Okay, how many metro tracks are there? Is that 2 tracks there? Another 2 tracks there? What is going on here? No. There's no way all these work. Hold on a second. Has anyone messed around with this on console? There's no freaking way, right? This is broken. No way. Oh, okay. You're going to snap up there. No. Here, we'll go straight. We'll go straight off of here. Why will you not let me? Can you? Oh, wow. You can actually connect all 3 of these? I thought those looked way too close to snap, but the metro tunnels themselves are way smaller. Oh my God. How did I like look at this as an asset and just like not even care? And then realize like it has moving Dude, where have I had really checked out of the game at this point, huh? Or was this wait a minute, was this plazas and promenades? Because this was like, remember, like none of the roads had textures at the beginning, and I probably just didn't care at that point. I feel like that's when I realized they were checked out and I was starting to check out. It was on hubs. Hubs? This one? This one. What is that icon? Is that railroads? That's not railroads in Japan, is it? Anyways, God, have we got it? We gotta absolutely 110% positively find a spot for that. Is that my no? Okay. Is that gonna be a Central Park object? Like, do we build this into Central Park? Does this become our there's gonna be so many people getting in their freaking pocket cars if I actually connect this shit up. It's gonna be awful. I got to do something different with this, because what I want to do is build this into Central Park, and there's going to be so many pedestrians potentially coming here to then get out and drive. I got to make sure I have good connectivity. Okay, wait. Hold on. What's this going to look like in here? That's a big dent in Central Park. We can't do that. Okay, never mind. What we should do is work on the sky. Not right now. What'll happen? Work on the skyline a bit. Figure out like where one of the tallest towers goes, and then this becomes. I'll put it down one more time because we have 217 million. We're just making bank still, and then this is kind of like part of the base footprint of it. But it does need to be. It needs to be somewhere around here. And since we don't have this road running through Central Park, I'd be okay if we made this a single wide block, and put like the fat plaza in the middle here. Like we could make that work. In fact, that's probably not a bad idea. Put it on the corner. Actually, probably commit open space to it and do some plaza stuff around it, and then a giant tower or two right behind it, right next to it. And then we'll probably rework our metro lines at that point, because we'll have the ability to do 5 out of there, which is kind of crazy. Okay. But we won't do this yet. Should I just break this road and think what I'm thinking? Hold on. We're moving some businesses out. We got crazy demand anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We're just going to knock this block out. And then move this over here. Okay, where is that? Is that centered? No, it is not, right? Where's road zoning? Do we do it again? Do I move the road to center this better? I kind of want to, right? Okay, so why does it do this to me? All right. Man, that looks flat from the wrong angle, huh? Also, it doesn't help that people are floating in the air above it. Oh man, they are in for such a surprise when I hit play. Hold on a second. We kind of got to see this, right? All the way down to the tracks, walking up the escalators. Sorry, everybody. My bad. Okay. Pausing because we don't need them building in. Okay, let's try and do this. Man, this is twice tonight. Okay, so no snapping. Angle snapping is okay though? Did we leave angle snapping on last time? Okay, so that's the center of the asset. It needs to go over a little bit. So I'm gonna put the circle on the outside of the triangle there. See how that works. Because it's the starting point of the road that really dictates where the grid is. I want to get it relatively straight. Come on. It's so... There's like... I get such a dead zone in my stick. Or, I mean, the game doesn't let you change dead zone, so it's unfortunate. That's basically on center of where we were. Okay. So what if I go halfway through... There we go. So now I could move that a little bit. Let's see what moving this does to the grids on the side. That's pretty good right there. Check that out. Two and a half basically on either side. But what can we do with that? So let's see if we can get the road back. Was it just a 2-lane in front of this? I mean, I guess if it works. I did have one way, alternating one way though. So that would have been one way coming down. I've been using that eyedropper more, but then it gets me messed up. So we want to upgrade. I guess I didn't grab the one way correctly. Okay, hold on. Okay, order restored. Let's see what we can do here with footpaths. If we can make more of a plaza space. It might be annoying that we have half a block of... half a block might be bad. I don't think this is going to connect in any way. So for this one, we do want grid snapping on. We'll come all the way down and around. I think it will let us do that. It will with a footpath. It'll let you snap one square away. So there is going to be that grass path around it. Can we get bushes in there? No way. No way. Yes. Okay, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Do we fix the bump? Is the bump annoying? Will the bump be hidden well? Because it looks, whoa, okay. Hey, skyscraper. You went up my butt. All right. Did not mean to back into you. Sorry. So if we bring bushes down these sides. I did it again. Get out of here, skyscraper. Let's come down one more and allow for bushes on the backside as well. I think. And then we can have trees on the outside. Make it like a plaza. I mean, it is a plaza, but make it even more of a plaza. Okay. So we'll come out another square to leave that little grass band, which is technically wider here. Let's see if this bugs us. But it may no. Okay. I would like a path here, please. Thank you, game. Let's turn off the zoning because that's going to be really annoying when all those tiny little offices move in. And in fact, let's dezone at least one more so we can see. Those were on the middle of the road before. Okay, yeah, we had. Oh, that's right. We had road up the middle here. We don't anymore though. Okay, so it's. Oh, do you see it being crooked? It's because I manually drew the road with no snapping. It's just a tiny little bit off. It's like 1, maybe 2 degrees tops off. And it is pissing me off right now.
Oh, it's just the tiniest little bit off kilter. There's 17 of you. I value your opinions. It's literally like 1 degree off. Oh, you can't even look at it. I guess I know your answer. I can't even look at it. Oh my god. Okay. We can fix it. One vote's enough. It's the right call. Okay. Man, okay, that's okay. You know why? Because now we have the frame of the footpaths to guide us. Okay. We're gonna try this again, and we know where to start from. Actually, no, there was an icon before. How do we get the icon back? Because it was still next to zoned road. Now it's next to footpath that is hiding the zoning. Is that what it is? Okay. We'll just try this again. We got this. Which one-way direction was it? Was it a one-way? It must have been a one-way. It was on the side of the park. So up. So we're gonna go left. Oh, there's the icon back. Okay, thank you. Halfway through the thing. And the problem is I'm using that as a reference, which is a mistake. So if we're halfway through the thing and we go this way. I thought I won't lie. Do you see this lamppost right here above the road? Out here, I thought it was a spider on my screen. Can you see it? I was about to smack that little bugger. But it was as I was zooming in, and I got really scared because he was getting big. I thought he was jumping at me. Not really the last part, but you know what I mean. Okay. So we want to be a little off kilter from the default zoning. So what happens if we're there? Okay. So if I put the center of the circle right in the middle of this box, that seems pretty good to me. Good enough. That should, yeah, it's about halfway off now. And we can, what is this snapping to? Do I have snapping on? I have grid snapping on. So I don't want that snapping on. I do want the grid. So halfway through, right about there. Let's try that. I think that's going to be more straight because it is based on the actual grid of the road. But fingers crossed. No, that is the wrong side, fella. You go over there. Okay, and we are left to right with the road. This is left to right, right to left. Right here, right to left. On the one way. There we go. And who cares about snapping because we're connecting node to node. And then we're zooming out and looking at that. Hold on a second.
Just so we can see it. Just so we can see the pathing. Is it regular path? Okay, we got to put bushes and trees up, but that is already better, correct? Don't mind the fact that the pavement path is getting a little bit eaten on the bottom left. I'm sure no one will notice that. That's fine, right? Is that the bump? That's the bump. Oh my God. Okay, hold on. We can't come this far fixing like a fractional degree of rotation and then just leave this bump here. But we might have to, do we have to break road? We might have to break road here. Hold on a second. This is going to take a minute. We gotta remember how all this goes. Chat, I'm going to need you to remind me how all this goes back together in a minute, please. So don't forget. I don't know if I needed to delete all this, but I'm just seeing how good your memory is. What were we doing again? Why did I break all that? Okay, because we need to smooth this ground out, and the ground is connected to the roads, and the road is connected to the shin bone. But we got to go over here and grab this little guy. Much smaller version, though, please. Okay. It's fine, AC. Don't worry about it. It's a very squirrely night. I'm glad that emote is there. That squirrel has a name too. It's called Sour Diesel. Okay, that is a much smoother plot. That should fix our problem. Let's see if that fixes our little animation issue. Because look, snapping to the road over here does not cause that little animation glitch. So how was all this going? Okay. Let's put our 6-lane. You know what? Here, I'm gonna use the eyedropper. Select it. There we go. And we're on straight, and we're gonna come down here. We don't even have. We get no snapping. We're doing node snapping. Let's see if this works. Is this gonna be? Is this a mistake doing this? Am I asking for trouble? Are we doing one ways at all here? That's a two-way. I think this is a two-way. So at that point, we just, whoops. Every time I say whoops, it reminds me I should probably save soon. Hold on a second, because I say that and the game's going to crash on me. Hold on a second. Okay, we saved. We're good. Okay, this was a standard two-way, which feels like a mistake. No, it wasn't. It was a one-way. It still feels like a mistake. But we could upgrade it to as much as a 4-lane one-way road. I found that little guy hiding. I forgot about him. But for right now, upgrade. We want it going the other direction. Because this one is left to right. This one is right to left. Okay. And then we're going to move. I moved it. It's off center now. I got to do it again. Okay, hold on a second. Did I put snapping back on? Did I put snapping back on yet? Off. Okay. That's okay. We're getting good at this. It's practice. I've grown as a builder and as a person. It's just practice. Call it practice. Okay. Remember, it was off center, so we fixed it being off center. It was a degree off rotation, so we fixed the rotation. It had a bump in it, so we fixed the bump. And now we can. Now we know what we're doing. I didn't have it on the road till I had on upgrade. I just started dragging it. Okay. Hold on. Let me think here. I got this. Tiny little bit, tiniest little bit below the line. Halfway point, tiniest little bit below the line. There's a couple pixels in there. It ate the pavement again. Am I getting too close to it? And am I going to be able to not do that? Like, where is this? This is on that path. Like, I can't. Let's just see this. Hold on a second. It eats it. It eats it. Like, that's just me connecting a straight road. There's a tiny little bit of a bump on this side now. Is there a tiny little bit of a bump on that side? What? What is going on with this asset? Why is it doing this to me? My time. I mean, I don't know. I've gotten better at building. I am an idiot. I am snapping it to the wrong side of the park. I forgot that we're moving it to the other side of this road. So this is a stream tonight. Okay, we're halfway through the box. I want to be right up on top of this thing as much as it will let me, because we're going to the other side. So technically, I should be looking at the bottom side lineup. Right there. Okay, hold on. Ooh, this is a jam. So this is like right when I feel like I'm getting back on track, it throws a nice little West Coast bop at us, and then I got to go over here and turn up the music, and then, you know, probably forget that I have to flip this to the other side of the road this time before I get too excited. Okay, we're going off the bottom placement. Pixel perfect. Come on, just a little bit down from there. Right, yep, that's the spot. That's the spot. Hold on a second. Okay. We grab it. We bring it over here. Is that centered? Is it 2.5? Is it 2.5 ugly? 2.5. We got it. Okay, we got it. Is it straight? What was this? This was a one-way. Hit him with it. There it is. Okay. Oh, we did it. We did it. The pavement's still. It's. Ah! Ah! Oh! Oh! Yeah. Show us in the cinematic camera. Go ahead, whip the camera around. It's right over there. Taunt us with it, game. Taunt us with it some more. Oh my god. Why? Thank you. That's what we needed. We needed a little edge of map fog to snap us back, to snap me back to a better emotionally regulated state. I don't know. I feel like that was a valid crash out though. That is so stupidly frustrating, and I'm pretty sure that is a remastered thing. I don't even think that's a console thing. I think that's a remastered thing. Remastered is really stupid with terrain shifts, even after you fix them. Oh, you know what? I didn't look at the terrain after we did all the shenanigans about shifting it left and right. Did I do that terrain based on like the little half road that I had in? Can we snap it and put the roads in after? My goodness.
How many times? Okay, we're coming across the street. We're breaking the road. Guys, get out of here. Thank you. Seriously, despawn. Go find your way elsewhere. Okay. Okay. Let's... Okay, hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's the asset. There's a fire in the background. It's the asset itself. Like, look at this perfectly flat terrain. There's no lines. There's no shift. It's a flat park. And then there's this little bump. There's a little bump out of nowhere that just raises up. You know what it is? It's the frickin' asset. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me with this? This is what I am shimmying around half a box for? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. One way. This way? Right, because the park's down there? Yeah, okay. Hang on a second. Yeah, oh, this is fine. This is fine. We're gonna create a gigantic pavement monster. This we do want grid snapping for, please. We also want road length snapping. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. We'll do it the hard way. Oh, I shouldn't have snapped 2 points, huh? Oh, yeah. You'll let me go up there, though. There's a spot where you let me. There is. I know it's there. Okay, that fills in anyways, so it doesn't matter. Come on, boys. We can be friends. Can we put a tree there? There we go. Oh, the lampposts are stupid, though. The lampposts are really stupid. Okay, never mind that. Well, that stinks. How big are the parking garages? Could a parking garage fit here? I need something. No, too big. Too big for these blocks. What's the skyscraper with the... Isn't there one that has like a base in it? How narrow are those? Which ones am I thinking about? These? Oh, that one would fit. Would this one fit? Is there no... Like, that doesn't work though, does it? Is this the bigger one? This is probably more appropriate for a more reserved skyline. Let's see. So where do we put that? Do we give it its own space? We can always put it back a bit. That doesn't not work. But what do you do over here? You know, like, will it give us all those? Will it give us all those lights if we do that same path? Have I not been noticing those? And Will it put them on the other side, the outside? That would be ideal if it puts them on the outside by the sidewalk here. It does. So that's not terrible when we control. I don't think anybody's going to use those. It ends up looking like a pretty open space, but we're also creating that open space next to this. We could do a little L-bend with the road and then let some stuff move back in, because I think that's a good enough deviation from our skyline. So what happens if we come down to here with this? And then a path down here. Hold on a second. This is so much easier than centering it and all the shenanigans we were going to do. But I still kind of want to do the detail to pay that off, though, because it was going to be a cute build. We were going to get the trees in there, the bushes, and then it just had to go off kilter. It had to be a punk. That does kind of look it. Sometimes it looks flat. Other times it looks like a whole to Mordor. I don't know. Like it's intimidating. It'll be nice to get this asset going though. I don't know if that could be a tonight thing. We could at least get a second line hooked up. I know the second I connect this, they're all gonna run over here and get on the highway. I gotta solve that problem. Do I not? Like, were they just not? They're not doing it from here, I don't think. Oh, because there isn't a sidewalk going down that side. So how far do we not connect it until down here? And do I charge people to use Central Park? You technically have to have a gate, but I was thinking about just throwing it off out in the woods, dragging the park zone over there, and then just disconnecting it. The small parking lot, maybe? Oh, let's take a look again. It is at the end of the other parks. How small is the small? And would you have like a double lot like that? I don't know. Like, it's not Manhattan, but it's a big urban area, and it feels like parking garage would be more appropriate. What's the footprint on the large one? Is it's just wider? It's not deep. It's only 4 deep. So. Also, this at least, like, does that fit on the block? That fits on the block, and we could make people pull off. I know it's like, again, it's very car-centric, but it's a building, and it does more than the lot, and at least that way we're encouraging some condensing of what's happening. Okay, so we got a giant shadow cast in the park from that building, but also a nice opening here because of the Metro Plaza. The traffic that we've created some problems here. I should probably run through and look at the lights again, because I don't think we need that light there. This is also backed up. That does not need to be there. We could stop if we want to. I don't think that's supposed to be there either. How did all these get turned on? I must have reconnected roads at some point. Let's see. Okay, down here we need to open that up for sure. Let people flow away from that intersection. All this looks like it is off. They can come back around. Double fire. We're checking one route and there's a double fire. Okay, that does not need to be there. We rebuilt that road. Stop is fine. We can clean up some of those. Okay, we're good. And then that is a 4-lane into the slightly less, at least, I guess, a little bit less dense area for now. Still a lot of stuff we got to figure out. Okay, so we kind of did a metro line. Time it's had time to season, if you will. 686 passengers. Where's our metro capacity? 150 per vehicle. Do we look at these? 450? Holy shit. What the hell? 500? Jesus. What is up with these? Did I not? 660? Man. The only time I've seen 660 people on a metro train is after a Sox game on a metro train that's fire safety regulations probably supports 120 maybe. But you get 600 drunk Sox fans after a win for sure on one of those trains. So we could up those, but do we need to? So it's 150 capacity. We've got full cars mid-stop. So let's look at what's what here. I think all the way on the left is industry. Yeah, we can zoom in a little bit. So in the Colleen Francese over here, the industry area that started it all, we've got 50 people. So they're getting on. They're off of work. They're leaving the industry area. They're heading into town. There's a lot of people at this station. Holy crap. All the suburbs. All the suburbanites want to get on this metro train so bad. They are just waiting in line. Okay. Metro. Okay, hold on. We're upping not the vehicle count. We're going to increase the vehicles because I need to look at that more often and be aware of that. Transport routes. Okay, sorry. What? This route? Okay. What do we like here? At least they're on the roads, right? So let's encourage this because we're still making bank. We're up to 217 million. We're still profitable. I think we can afford a little bit more on the metro as we invest in more and more people coming to the city. Slowly turn on the uniques. Okay. I wish we could see bigger versions of these, but I'm also never going to see these because I'm not doing a lot of above ground metro, so it doesn't really matter that much. Does it cost us any different though? Does someone know? Because like, does it? I mean, my metro budget shouldn't change otherwise, right? Can I look at metro budget specifically? I don't think that you can, right? Info views. If we go to economy, like you can look at it overall. My transport's 22,000 right now. What if I go into transport, edit the line, and do this? What if I do the 600 capacity? Is that more expensive? We'll give it a minute to cook. I don't know. Do we just break our line and our stats, by the way, when we do that? Just immediately 666. Our money just tanked. So I'm going to guess yes. I'm going to guess when we go back into budget, our budget's going to be way more than 22.9. 23? That doesn't seem like that would be... That's not the reason for our tanking budget right now. We must be on a shortfall of industry right now. I mean, I might have gone a little bit overboard jumping right to 660. Like maybe we can just up it a little bit and watch it. Right, but that is more expensive, right? 23.5 now. It's, yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Back here, this one, change it back to the 150. What happens? We'll wait like 4 in-game days. Yeah, so yes, you can change the capacity of the vehicles themselves. The same thing on trams, and I believe some of the buses even. This has been a thing for a bit. Like buses early on, you could do like the bus or the biodiesel bus, which would change pollution and sound, I believe. Okay, plenty of time to cook here for a minute, right? So we got people on the trains, they're piling up. We'll figure out, and we're at 22.9, right? So it is more expensive to have the larger trains. So we can do one of two things. We can increase the vehicle count on the line, or we could give them slightly larger vehicles at a cost. It's a cost either way, right? But how do we solve it? I always like to Roy G. Biv my lines just because like I always think about them in the order that I created them. So we'll start out with the red line here. Okay, again, so this is moving people around, but how well is it doing it with the weights? Crazy. Okay. So what's in the middle here? Because like we don't have to pick everybody up on the next train, but there's 700 people waiting at that first residential. That is, you know what we might need to do is have this station also send people straight towards Central Park, not towards that way, because they can't all want to go that way, but they're going that way because it gets them closer to where they want to be. Maybe, I would think. Isn't everybody in the suburb? I mean, maybe everybody goes to college. Like it is I guess we do push it pretty hard, and then we charge them. But fire and industry, I'm sure it's not a big deal. Death wave, also not a big deal. They haven't been. Never mind. I'm not even going to say it. That fire though, that's looking toasty. Come on now. We've got coverage. Hope you're enjoying your Friday, warming your hands by the toasty fire on your screens. In the cold line, Frank Casey. All right. This death wave over here, huh? This has been persistent. I have noticed, I feel like I haven't been, regardless of where the crematoriums and stuff are, I get like buildings abandoned because there's just been bodies for so long. And it's like, for quite a while, it was a traffic thing and I thought it was my fault, but like, we went down a bit today. I don't know what we did, but we'll figure out. This one is not engineered well. This is supporting way too much. It does great servicing just the campus. So I think we'll disconnect this, and I'm gonna bring this highway over here and provide another exit on the top side of that town before it hooks back up into this. This is, I started to care, and then like halfway through I was like, nah, whatever. So I will rebuild that later. The walking tour of the campus earlier hid that very well. So so maybe rather than adjusting that line, let's look at line number 2. And what the hell do we do with that new station that has 18 different connections now? So did I put anything up here yet, Metro-wise? I don't even know. And what do we do? Where is Metro? This, nope. That one. We might use these. So what have I used so far? We've got standard stations down here. Did I use the small one? No, I used another standard station. Same thing, old school. But I think when we get across, nope, I take it back. This is also a standard station, but the one at the stadium is one of the Parks and Plazas ones. So this one has a two-way split, and we got to figure out where that other tunnel goes to. And it's going to go up here somewhere. We've got, I disconnected this highway so long ago and forgot that it's still It's still buried under the highway. Hold on a second. Let me get rid of this so that this isn't a consideration. Please only break the road under. Okay, thank God. Okay, we're breaking the road under. This highway is not connected to anything, so it does not matter. Wow, it just does nothing over there, huh? Okay. All right, well, we'll be rebuilding that for sure. That's fine. Totally fine. That might despawn some traffic, actually. I'm not sure. But whatever. They have another way into the city. Oh, but that only applies if they're going to that district. So that actually could be a problem, but we'll see if it doesn't cause any delivery issues, it doesn't really matter. It's who cares? If the stores have goods to sell, that can despawn all the traffic we want. Another Friday night city indeed. Welcome, Pete. Riverrun coming along nicely. We're hanging around 86,000. We're messing around with the profitability of a few things right now. We are doing free transportation on game day, and we're working on said transportation, but it's getting expensive. We must also be I'm hoping an industry lull. We need goods there. Nope, when we need goods at that factory. So, I mean, there's a couple that are needing stuff. I wonder how the game day profits eat into transport as well. But here I am nitpicking about money, but obviously we're doing pretty well. 217 million in the bank. We created a giant hole in the ground for a metro station, and we're just trying to figure out how this is all connected now. Okay. So coming off of the stadium, like the stadium's not a bad thing to think about as a terminus. So you have all these people over here right now that we can move from jobs and industry. We can move to each of the major, so there's a metro station there, one in this residential center, one here. So the people on the edges are not well serviced right now, but we can fix that with buses. That line also comes to schools, so people can easily get educated and pay us tuition and get to the stadium over here. And they looked like they walked pretty far because they were walking from track and field even all the way up here to the metro, which is really cool. It's a shame the lines don't load in on the parking lot until you zoom way in. But this is coming along, and this is just a quick fix away. This has been really stumping me. Like, do I do this thing with the key walls? It's going to be a pain in the butt. Do I just focus on designing? I think is what I'm going to do is like an emerging downtown here, and change things up a bit around the stadium, especially. See if we can do some kind of buffer and put maybe some more people in. I mean, they're almost like they're modern townhouses, so I guess it could be anywhere. But maybe we revamp the river here and do a multi-million-dollar upgrade of the city, and put some of that. That might be pretty good to do. Again, the emerging downtown stuff over here. Okay, but Chasm created. Let's look at this. So I want to get people also from this station, because this is the big cluster right now. And where do we get them over here? So, like, do we express them to downtown and then figure it out? We could express to that station and then send just a couple basic lines out from there. Maybe even hit the industries. So like Central Park, somewhere up here, industry? Could we eliminate like a lot of commuter traffic? Like, is that even worth it? Like that can't be worth it for the number of people that we will move that way. Which reminds me, I didn't even look at this after all this nonsense. How much does this cost? $1,600 a week! Bulldozer! No. That's a lot though. What is it? Is it like $800 for the The regular metro? Does it say cost per week? $240 per week. $1,600 per week. My goodness. Where are our profits going? How are we going to become billionaires like this? I mean, I guess I need to hook the thing up to lines to charge people tickets, right? Like, okay, so I think that becomes a very central station. Are we in agreement that they will switch lines, correct? So we may as well come off of here and we'll kind of keep it to some of the major lines of where we're going, just so that if I end up burying highway later or anything like that, that it's not frustratingly overlapping. So let's come in here. Man, I was complaining about this earlier, but my God, that UI, like, they don't want you to see this. I want to line it up nicely, but you make it so tough to see. I'm okay with that. Hello, welcome. Good evening or good whatever time, wherever. Still using the tutorial? Hey, I'm glad it's still helping, man. I am glad it is still helping. I remember sitting down to do the first one on my crappy Xbox headset and like ridiculous setup, like, and thinking like I struggle bust to get through, like to figure out, like there were lots of PC tutorials and I was like, okay, this will help somebody. It's worth the time. It'll help somebody. Somebody will stumble on it. And a lot of people did. So I'm glad it resonates and I'm glad it's still helping. I don't know. Is there a big fire in the background, Kung? What did you miss? Now I'm super paranoid. Something's going to ignite. If you missed it, I'm very excited to announce not just 1, but 3 parks coming. Dolphin Lake Amusement Park, named after Dolphin Lake. The Dolphin Lake Zoo and Dolphin Lake's Riverrun Adventure. So you'll be able to pay entry fees to all 3 of them. We must maintain profitability, though. This is ridiculous. Okay. Mouse. Metro lines. Let's go. Okay. So we've got this line over here doing its thing. From the Colleen Francese through the fire. University here. Okay. And then straight to there. So we've obviously got a support over here. We should have at least 2 lines over here, right? But like, we're making 92,000. Okay. Here I am, like, it's the industry that does fluctuate like crazy. And the more we reduce traffic, the better the industry can get the goods that it needs. Also, I have completely disconnected highways up there. And like, I wonder why I have problems. This city's not taken very seriously, and it has been very successful. And it is a great example of anyone can do this, because I've been a complete idiot this entire build. Just apparently letting it run on 3 times speed is a very successful strategy. That and putting in unique buildings and turning them off. Okay. So that gets into the city. Let's look at our zoning over here, because what do people want? There's a lot of residential tucked in back here. Do we bother with buses in high density? Because like, what have we got for Metro here? Like, what are we actually even going to do with it? We could hook up the amusement park, but I don't know. I almost want people to come in via the security checkpoint, aka toll, just on principle, and we just charge them an arm and a leg at every step of the way for all the parks, the monorail, everything. All right. So many lines to hook up. Like it's tough. So we've got 3 that leave from this side if we need them, but I don't think that we do. We really should support all this nonsense that I've got going on the main strip, especially like if I'm going to cram. Okay, so I had footpaths to go here. This is not necessarily the order these things belong in. There's going to be a bit of grass showing. I think the grass showing would make more sense with, what is this, ziggurat garden? So let's move this guy out of the way for a minute. Okay, where's our... I'm so disoriented in this view. Where's our test road? Our test road is up here. So what if we put this up on the corner? Does that look more natural as the goddamn lumps? What the actual hell game? I gotta raise everything up around that now? Like, why do you do that? Like, sit on the ground like everything else around here. Oh, what? Okay, remember when I was supposed to be doing Metro, and I'm busy getting triggered by the game here. Fix the ground around that building, please. Your parking lot makes absolutely no sense. Hold on a second. What is this? What is this parking lot? Where's the? No, I want to here. What is this parking lot? First of all, where the hell do you pull in? Cause everybody parked in the way. There's no way to pull into the parking lot without ripping your bumper off or crashing through cars. Okay, so you're in the parking lot. Okay, there's this narrow ass alley. Where do I go? Over here, around the tree, around the bend. Don't mind the dust, because there's more parking back here. Because this is useful. Let me guess. If we go over this way, is there more parking? Tell me there's more parking on this side. No? Okay, that's good. Can we use this as a ramp? No, I was gonna say no, we can't, but yes, we can. This parking lot does not make a lot of sense to me. I don't know. Is it just me? That seems outrageous. Okay, what? Now there's a car. There's like, oh, we're not gonna park in the one opening now, but there's still a giant curb there to tear your freaking bumper off. Okay. That, I was gonna say, looks a little bit better, but all I can see is that bump now. So let's just put this other building back and figure out our metro situation again. Squirrel. Over here. Let's see what this looks like now. Let's save room for a path on either side, because sometimes some extra pavement actually helps some of these. It does not, though, when there's a gigantic lump in it. Okay, that'll do. The parking lot, the parking spots won't tear your bumper off, but good luck getting up the curb. The curb is not our problem. The curb is the city's problem. Okay. Wait, was there complaints other than my disconnected highway? 218 mil. We're still moving on up. Okay. How do we feel about that? Ignore the right side of the road, although it's not terrible. I think that's a little bit better, that arrangement change. And if we just, if we don't get down on the ground on everything, the campus was fun to walk around and could still be improved. We could work on that. That's a walk around on foot thing. You know, maybe it's just good enough for cinematic camera shots. And good, you know, that's still good. But maybe we can't. Maybe I can't fix everything, or at least not in this first pass. When it comes to these bumps, the height change. Like, why? I understand that, like, the foundation in the building is built up, but like you're literally ripping the ground out of the. I was gonna say the ground out of the ground, but you know what I mean, like. What was wrong with the perfectly flat ground I gave you is what I want to know. I would like an answer. I'm not going to get one, but if you've got one in chat and want to role play as a sim, please do explain the architectural engineering behind that in the Cities Skyline universe. In the style of a tweet from a sim, please. Hope you're enjoying your Friday or potentially Saturday, depending on where you are on the dateline. If you're in the US, probably Friday, but Easty here. I'm sure it's your Saturday morning. Appreciate you staying late. Or maybe early on the other side of the world. But wherever you are, hope you're enjoying. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and maybe I will finish like one of these builds at some point. I really do like this. How do we do this without breaking that is the question. But the question before that, as I'm sure AC remembers, was we're figuring out some metro stuff. And then I wanted to put stuff over here. Did I leave enough room for the metro? I did. That was actually one of the whole points of this, was making room for the freaking metro over here. So there's a stop, and we definitely do want to think about. Let's take a quick look. This is a reasonable diversion. I swear to God, like, of all the ADHD stuff I've done tonight, this is a reasonable diversion. Where is unique buildings? It's like leisure or something, right? Like what? Or it is right there. No? Where's unique buildings? Isn't that a thing? Is it tourism? Well, I guess we can see it based on attractiveness, but isn't there a unique buildings? PG, what up? Welcome. What? I know there is. Hold on. Okay, I'm going back up to the top. I know this game. I'm a professional. Leisure for set. Wait. Was I on leisure? But oh god, unique buildings. Oh my god. You know what? They don't pop because I've got them all turned off. I guess I could just look for the off icons. That would help. So like we've got to think about metro stops around uniques. And I guess, yeah, well, I don't even have to go into a menu. I'm an idiot. I have them all turned off for money currently. We're grinding. We're grinding our way to 1 billion. But we really got to think about metro, especially when we have concentrations like this. Because this is going to be incredibly highly trafficked. So the question then becomes, if we have a stop right here, and I think I put most of the oh my, what the frick? Yeah, put the trees out, guys. Thanks.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Good job putting the trees out. Hey, do you remember that time when I spent all that time trying to put that thing in the perfect place and then just stuck it in the corner because the game sucks? That was fun. Hey, that one's still burning, everybody. Warm your hands if you haven't already. Leave a like if you enjoy. There's trees everywhere to try and help this along, too. Like, I'm not trying to avoid it. We are doing fire coverage. We've got actually 2 helicopter depots in the city. And other than that, like reasonably aesthetic fire coverage, I will say. So sometimes these fires burn a little bit because the helicopters are busy putting out trees. Like they get whatever lit up first. House seems more important though. But then again, I get it. Like in wildfires can spread and catch a lot of houses. So I guess there's some truth to it. But the rationale behind putting out that single tree we saw earlier instead of the building that was burning was pretty crazy. Trees in the city are great though. We're gonna find a good balance. I've got kind of temporary brushes going, maybe 2 different conifers, an oak, the small tree with leaves. I've been mixing in, I think are they the firs from Mr. Mason, and also the base game Norway spruce are another nice one. So the tree pop-in is brutal, but like from a still cam, they can be pretty good. Especially if you get the right ones in the foreground. I wish we could do depth of field on console. Generic pines are good as well. Yes, that's a good call, Sawyer. I actually do have to put more of those in because they are very much a kind of part of the actual palette of the map, and I haven't been mixing them in nearly as much as I need to. I really got to fix that. From that angle, my God, like that's unfinished right there. Well, 1, ignore the traffic. 2, that just straight shot. There will be a train and a highway coming through there that will allow us to kind of fold things around it as we trail off towards the industry in the mountains there. It may take a couple passes. Stay tuned. All right. Okay, for like the 17th time. Where the hell? Okay, so we got this stop down here. That's a no-brainer. Do we come maybe to the top side? And I'm not in love with the name Meadow Park. It's just the district, but like we're trying to come back up to here. This becomes like Central Park. What is this? East. So Central Park South, essentially. This is this station here. So we could certainly clump some more unique buildings between these one-ways that carry a lot of the traffic through here. But like, I don't want it too close. Do we need another station right here? And then have another one that like, do we service through residential areas to come up here? Like we could snake these things everywhere. I don't want to overdo it though. But we definitely want to support people coming from all these uniques. Do we crisscross a bit? Central Park to the uniques to the campus. And you can always switch lines to the stadium. But we have a direct shot from here to the stadium. So that's something else. Like where are direct shots? And remember about an hour and a half ago when I was going to put an airport down and then got stuck on the metro station. Jesus Christ. I'm going to scroll myself on that one. Support the channel for as little as 99 cents if you want some stupid emotes like that. But that's very much on brand. Yeah, that was fun an hour and a half ago. There's an airport coming soon. We were looking for a spot for it, and when I went looking for the hub, did we find a spot for it? Was it going to be over here, or I was literally just going to pull it out? Let's pull that out for a minute before we finish our metro line. What are these? I haven't messed around with these. The elevated station, the ground rail. I have not messed around with that stuff. There's definitely some cool options there. Okay, where? I remember looking at these and I didn't use any of these. My God. What a crime. But that's what we were on 9 tiles at the time when this came out. So like giant train networks weren't really particularly appealing. That is not. Is it air specific? That is what? That is all things air transport? Cargo airport? Is it? Am I on the wrong? I was on the content creator tab. It's on the hubs. It's on the hubs. Is this the one? That's the Metropolitan Airport. So we could make that work, right? For sure. For sure we can make that work. So I wonder where the... Okay, I'm gonna plop this down. Does this work if I actually... There's a spot there. There is a spot where it works. Okay. I'm going to plop this down. We got to figure out... Okay, you're just going to take off right away? That's actually going to answer my question. Where does this takeoff need to be pointing? Where do they veer off towards when they take off? Oh, okay. 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 Okay, I don't really understand the approach that you took to get there, but I will gladly point the runway that direction. I'd be happy to. Okay, so hold on a second. Try and remember that. We're going to go over here into the airports tool for a second. We're getting back to the metro too. Don't worry. Like that's a thing. It's very much a thing. So can we like choose right here? Okay. We'll choose right there. We'll get a little bit bigger and then a little bit bigger. And let's just, we'll re-terrain. We'll go around the train tracks basically. Sew off some soil. And then we'll fix all this. We'll fix all this after. Nope, that is a different airport area on a totally different height. Okay, perfect. That's actually, is that a little bit low? I guess not. No, not for what we're trying to do. Okay. Back to hubs, not content creator this time. Back to the Metropolitan Airport. And man, did we not make a lot of space for ourselves there. So where do we have? We kind of had it like that, and he took off that way. That way may not be bad if we can make that work, but that is not the space that we created, huh? That is not at all the space that we created with this nonsense. Okay. Okay. What the frick? Okay. We're going to have to reinvent this anyways. So let's, I guess, what was this even powering up here? I don't remember. The monorail and toll booth that was up there at one point. Okay, we got this. We got this. I mentioned earlier, I caught a couple of egg streams recently, and he had an airplane, vanilla, I think it's vanilla unmodded. He had an airplane back up like 10 feet from the gate and immediately take off, like scraping the landing gear on top of the airport. Like just took off immediately from the gate. Okay, we're pushing back from the gate and we're in the air. They don't give a F. We'll make ourselves a little bit more room here and try not to mess up the water. Okay, that should be good to give this maniac pilot his correct approach. I gotta go back over here to this one. And it was that runway kind of going off. Can we make... I like the... Does that not... Okay, that doesn't dip down. Can we make that work? I think that we can. And it wouldn't be terrible because, like, he'll take off and veer, 45 degrees instead of 180. But what does that do for our road access? And what do we do with... We got to bring this bridge back. It's too close to the interchange. and we make it an exit up here. There's also a train right there, so this may not be a bad place to cross with an exit. So let's just mark this now. What is this? Ground 1, 2, 3. And then we'll come across this way. And we'll curve it around. To like there, and then we'll hook it down this way. And we can one-way this in and out, so like this can be a loop around, little services here, I think is what we usually do. Right, because if you connect this straight across, even with a one-way coming through here, it like forces traffic through. You have your little cell phone lot there. We could keep it square until the end of that. We'll get rid of the old bridge, and then you can come back around this way, I guess. We'll give ourselves a little bit of... And that's obviously, this is an incredibly rough version. I'm scoping out the lines here. Something like so, and we'll have a nice bridge. Train network can come through here. Maybe we'll have the train cross over, back over, and have a elevated train station here across. That could be one of our stops. That might not be bad. Don't mind all the pop-ups. I do know what I'm doing. It's okay. The fires, though. My God, the fires, man. Okay, so orientation wise, I think that's okay because hopefully the airlines don't look so stupid taking off from here. I probably should have done this before the roads, but we'll do just the quickest of landscaping and then metro time. But this was just to kind of get this in here. I wish we had bigger tools for smoothing like we do for making it flat in the first place with the airport. Oh yeah, we're gonna want to move that train because that is a hazard there. We don't need that kind of incline increase that close. Okay, so this will take some time to smooth out. Are we full? Yeah, we're full tilt, huh? I'll come back through here because I wanna move this train away anyways. We'll have to knock down these ruins, unfortunately. It's a thing that happens though. In the meantime, this is not serviceable in its current state, so this is an idea. $0 upkeep per week because it's turned off for now. But keeping that in mind, right? That has metro in it. And will obviously be a good way into the city for tourists. So back to the metro tab. Let's at least like temporarily think about connecting this there and then go underground. What is this? Oh, this has a double as well. Excellent. Okay. Is our snapping is on? I am on trains, which is why that's not snapping. So where would you go? You're coming into the city. You probably don't need to go. I mean, you could be going home to the suburbs, but you probably don't need to get to the suburbs and industry. Coming into the city, you're coming to see this stuff downtown. So I think we hook into this station right here directly. My God, that's almost a straight shot. Let me see this. Hold on a second. Where? It's here. Oh, space area occupied because there's a line already running through there. So we'll run outside rather than worry about all the crazy height differences and crisscrossing tracks. Let's just try and be smart about where we overlap when we can. So do we express? I should think about this more. Do we express to the central metro station and let them figure out getting to the spots from there? They'll multi-connect. So we could bring them all the way in to downtown. I'm gonna have to rethink these routes, I know. Or we will have to do some crisscrossing. The function of the routes tonight is the point, not the cleanliness of these routes. I just want to test everything out. So from the airport, let's bring them all the way in. So we'll come into the middle. We'll come into the middle, but we're gonna come in from back over here so that I don't step on the other paths. We'll come straight out first so that we can hook away from that on either side. Okay, come on. Now that's a little awkward and we'll never see it, but we can break one on either side and hopefully hook it back in a little bit better. So there's a bend, but you know. So functionally, we bring people in from the airport, and this is like we don't need this yet because we get the airport turned off, but we do need to think about that as part of our system. So we're bringing people in. They're coming down into the central station. From the central station, they can get to sporting events, and from there they could even transfer to get to the college, the suburbs part 2, or industry, aka Colleen Francese. Colline Frank. I said it wrong. Colline Francese. I didn't hit it. Okay, we got some noise complaints over there. Hopefully that's not what is killing people. No big deal. So you come in, you can transfer off that way. That's great. There is a second line. We could service suburbs. Okay, we do have to hook this line in. No, oh, don't tell me. Don't do this to me. Are these above ground technically? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Hold on a second. We were able to connect that middle. Did we not do this before? Why? Like, it's telling me I'm connecting to the road. Like, no. Is this why I didn't use this? This might have been why I didn't use this. Hold on a second. We came out from here. This is fine. We came out. Okay, so we can use the center ones and the other 2. So we have 4 slots, not the bottom outside ones, from what I can tell. It sure looks like the same height. What? Is it lower than I'm going? What? Why would I, like, I'm clicking down twice to grab onto what very much looks like that node, and it's like you meant to start on top and immediately go. Do I have to? Why does it do that? Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so it's literally just that it decides to snap to the ceiling 12 meters above. Why would you do that? So hold on a second. I'm gonna break this pipe in the middle. I'm gonna put this on the straight tool, and I'm gonna show you why they had completely given up and why this game was morally bankrupt when they pushed it out. Okay? Remastered. Connecting straight from this pipe, 180 degrees, straight piece of pipe, 10 units. Bingo. Good. Okay. Same thing right here. Right? I'm snapped on to that thing down there. Because now I can go down. But why is that the default behavior? That you meant to go up 12 meters. When nothing else in the freaking game works like that. That doesn't make any sense. That's so stupid. That shit, like, that's that, like, how can you tell me this was play tested? Go ahead. Somebody say it in the chat. Tell me it was play tested. You know you want to, Kung. Okay, but don't hook up a curb pipe from there, whatever you do. Okay. Okay. Okay, I want to zoom around and make sure that I'm getting the pipes even. Okay, no, I can't even do it. I can't even do it looking at that side. Okay. That looks straight. That looks a little bit up. That looks straight. That looks down. So that. No, it's not quite the same angle as the other one. Okay, where are we going from here? Do we have a stop on the other side of Central Park? That's just infuriating. That's just stupid. What? Why? Okay. It's a good thing it's one of those things that we don't really have to see. And again, this is I'm supposed to be focusing on functional tests, not the stupid aesthetics of these underground pipes that are like, come on. Why is your default nature to break it? Okay. Is other side of Central Park too close? It would save people from walking across the park and then, but like, what do we do over here? So we got a lot of office and commercial, and then there's a residential pocket around Central Park on either side. So we want to move people through there. But I don't know if I want Metro coming through there or if I want it like on these avenues. Like they'll walk 3 blocks to get a Metro, right? I mean, we could bus. I talked about that earlier. Definitely want to bus in the suburbs. But that's a distraction we can do in a couple minutes before the cinematic outro. Which is approaching since it's Saturday here on the East Coast. Jeez. I'm torn. Because what do we do if not here? Because you don't want to walk all the way. Like, this is a lot of blocks. That's a hike. We got to think like, okay, there's also going to be there's this stadium over here, which is active with that horrible parking. So that should come up this way. That should stop somewhere over here on the edge of town. What will feather off. And then maybe again at the... Does this fit right here? next to what will be the train station. That'll move people like quadrants 4 ways around the city. And then that could loop back up over here. And then maybe we have something over here near the cargo station, perhaps, in the farming district. This may be a little bit, that space is already occupied by a tunnel. Okay, so it's okay right there, though. Let's do that for now. And I'm probably going to come back in and turn some of these off, because I don't think these are all going to get connected, but I want to think about these lines. And we definitely need something happening over here, because like, is this where we have the 3 lines coming? So we have 2 lines. I wish we had a cross station at the school. But what if we did one like, I don't know, because that'll be a little bit more filled out there, and they can always walk down a ways, and we'll figure out something kind of in the middle blocks here. What is this tunnel that's there already? Existing metro from the airport. So let's go on this side of that tunnel then. I mean, we could even hook into that downtown station next to the site there. So what if we did, I guess, Meadow Park on the way back to the central station? That's gonna be a mess of crisscross. I'll get the airport connected for next time. I want to do one thing real quick. Maybe we'll get lucky and see them on the outro. A bus depot. Where's the bus depot? Up here for now. Temporary. Next to the prison? Okay. Seems legit. We're trying to reduce recidivism, and there's a mechanics work program over here. Put your trust in your... You know what? Hold on a second. There's probably a better spot for this. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yeah, I mean, pollution and carcinogens is probably fine. This is not a bad spot right here. No. No, we can't do that. At least here, down here for now. Okay, and they turn out of the lot and they can immediately go whichever way. That's perfect. Okay, bus lines. So we want the bus lines to pick up a lot of residents and bring them to Metro. My God, my knees, even just sitting. Getting old. So we could scoop people up. Well, okay, do we be stupid and not even care about... I think we'd be stupid and not even care about moving people with the buses and just see what happens. Because what we really want is we want school buses going around the neighborhoods. That's what we want. So what's the best pathing through here? If we start them there, we could have them come... Well, I kind of want them to come all the way down here, because then I want them to come this way through the neighborhood. They could drive through here before... My God, the school's really far away, huh? Do we go to the school? Does it become a hub? So we'll have, okay, here, we'll do this. We'll do one, no. We'll stop next to the metro station. And then we'll go all the way to the school. And this one will be at the first school before it comes all the way back. We can even reduce the bus lines. I don't care about people waiting as much as I do just the buses driving around the neighborhoods. Okay, where does that line take us though? It doesn't go into this neighborhood at all, which could be okay. It doesn't have to hit every neighborhood, but we can try. So where does this one start? Let's make it come in here. And the only way to come in here is to drive in and turn around. Okay, where would it go from here? So we'll have it come through the middle of this neighborhood. We could have them come over here. Yep. And then drive through this neighborhood on your way through here to then come down this way and stop at the school. Or do we stop at the... It would make more sense to stop at the metro, but they can walk to the metro. They'll go to this other school and then we'll close the line out. And then I'll get some buses traveling all through that top section of the map. Well, a decent amount. So that's one that stops at each. Do we do one that stops in the middle? We could. So from the middle of this neighborhood, I kind of started rebuilding in here, but we could stop out here next to these 3 buildings. That would probably be popular. And I guess for this one, we could put a stop in right across the street from the... It's kind of stupid, but again, it's for looks. Add a stop, go back to the neighborhood. That one we'll probably want to reduce the line on. Okay, let's hit play 3. No, stop. Never mind, don't hit play 3 times speed. Bus. School bus. We got to find the bus depot and see if it spawned a bunch of buses already. School bus. School bus. Okay. Where do we put the depot? We put the depot up here near the industry, up this way. Did it already spawn buses yet? And do any non-school buses come out? Nope, we did it. We caught it just in time. Well, you know what? Hey, which bus rolled out first? Okay, we are gonna follow. We go into we close, we go cinematic. We change time of day to morning because oh well that's gonna be too much in the morning. Where are you? You're getting on the highway? We'll make it a little bit later. It seems like cruelty to be up at that darkness. Welcome back to school, kids. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's get here we go. You're going a little bit fast there, buddy. You're going a little bit fast. Want to slow it down there, especially on the big bumps. Where are they going to on the highway to? This must be going to the far neighborhood, the tiny little, the dinky route. Okay, slow down on it. Dude, you are like on your side. Whoa! You're going to be driving children around in this. Did you see that? Did you see how much sideways he went? Dude, you're going to get your house bulldozed. Okay, let's see if it's any better at... It's probably better at 1x speed, right? They're not going around the corners like that at 1x speed. Please tell me. Are they gonna bop us over every light here? That's a look at that. That's a good view with the right there, right around here. So school buses coming into the elementary school. We've got the parks and the trees in the foreground. A seagull pooping on the left. But look at the stadium, right? Stadium across the way. I feel like I said I can't even do it again. Stadium. Anyways, the bridge in the background there, the clock tower and the power station way in the distance. The church steeples there. You can see the red roof of the European building that will probably get torn out. But I really like that view right there of what's happening in the city and just the overall skyline aesthetically. You can see a couple things are a little tall over that way, honestly, but you shouldn't be viewing it from that high anyways. It's on the roof of the schools. But anyways, it's coming together in a different way than I think previous builds have. Okay. Drive bus. Drive us there. Which one are you? That's the one that stops in the middle, right? Okay. So that stops at the, what is this, the community health center? The spa? The gymnasium. So we've got gymnasium and extra parking in between the two schools. We take sports very seriously, so we've got a high school program that focuses on soccer, football, and baseball. We can't afford a fence, though, so please support the channel. We'll be able to get an outfield fence in one of these parks one day. That isn't one of our full-size stadiums. We've got, of course, the college campus, the massive parking lots. This is going to get upgraded soon, but the campus is close to finished. That's the view right there. A lot of stuff going on there. Well, actually, I guess just a basic university and some pathing and what do you call it? Hotels and retreats park. But some fun stuff going on there. I'm going to do some similar work fixing these into some sort of slightly better arrangement. I've got to get going on, well, now an exit for the airport. We'll start bringing in more tourists. We'll fix this coastline like nothing ever happened. I'm sure there'll be plenty of fires between now and the next one. How's things doing? 218 million. So it's a slow climb. I'll get things balanced out and maybe we'll start turning on some of these uniques. They certainly need to be turned on at night for best viewing experience. I was going to try and do the park. We kind of got some metro stations put in. We got the school buses running around our neighborhoods somewhere. Let's find one more that goes through this neighborhood. Where are the buses? Where are the buses? They're probably all stuck on their way back from the... I feel like this one has to come through here for the bus stop, no? Where's the... Where do we put the first bus stop? It's right here. Holy cow, people. Holy cow. Where do we put the stop, huh? Come on, buses. We need a bus to kind of play us out. I was still going to cinematic camera, but I wanted to follow this route through the residential neighborhood all the way to the school. Because this is the longer... I feel like this is the longer route. It goes through at least two neighborhoods and then down the strip. Seriously, where are the freaking buses? I'm about to break out transport view. Are they not... Like, They gotta come down the road that way, right? Is that it right there? Hold on. Wait, did I put bus stops that close together? You people are not, like, no one's getting on to that next stop. Unless there's a bunch of people that just wanted to ride 2 blocks. This is not a great system. So, this is not how to make a bus route. This is how to make it look like you got a bus route. So I may have to plan this out better and actually not doom my citizens to a lifetime of waiting at the bus stop. Follow, please. We'll zoom in a little bit. Let's watch one more bus route and then we'll cinematic camera out of here. I hope you enjoyed tonight. Or again, whatever time. No one's getting on the bus, dude. Just keep freaking driving, man. Riverrun's coming along nicely. Look at that view across the way. Look at the cemetery or crematorium and cemetery and the bushes and the detailing and the skyline. It's, well, that tower needs to move. It kind of looks like a building's wearing a hat. But, you know, we'll figure stuff like that out. The rolling bridge across the way. Don't mind if we do. Okay. There's a line of buses. No one's getting on. We got a full bus, man. We got a full bus already. We stuck here? You just rear-ended a cop, you idiot. City gate. Okay. Kind of our main street look here. We got the clock tower and the church coming up. I got to get rid of those Art Deco buildings. We've got way too many cinemas. Tax office. I had a bunch of custom buildings there. I broke them to try and put the that other building that's coming up on the left with the red roof, the shopping old school Euro shopping center. And then I broke those to try and move it, and the block wasn't long enough, so it didn't matter anyways. And I didn't put everything back yet. Whoa, okay, we're turning this way. Opera House caught fire earlier. That is not in its final spot, but I'll look at the Sydney Opera House, see if we can get inspired. A little landing for it, some piers or something. I love these roads coming under the bridges. I wish I could get the quay wall a little bit tighter. Speaking of, there's a nice inconsistency and bump up here. So here we are back at the school. I love that asset. I absolutely love that Parks and Plazas asset that we just drove through. This is Riverrun. I don't know. I'm digging it. It's got plenty of flaws, but it's a sketch, and we're building it as we go. And I say it all the time, but it's the we. It's a collective. You're part of it. Giving ideas, pointing out mistakes, maybe just being part of the general vibe. Whatever it is, appreciate having you here. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. I will most likely be back tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Fridays and Saturdays is when I am most often live, sometimes during the week at random, but almost never Sundays. Take the day off, so enjoy some downtime every once in a while. It's weird that we're taking the highway to get back, but sometimes don't overthink your highway interchanges. That was 3-lane to 3-lane everywhere, and it works. So if you have a triple 3-way to 3-way to 3-way, just standard highway, just cram it all together. Whatever highway is traveled more should be your straight shot, not the turn. Like, those were both straight single lanes into 3-lane highway. It prevents people from slowing down. Whereas that is an exit where he just almost tipped the kids over again, dude. Does it look better at 1x speed, or are you just as much of a maniac? It's chill. It's chill. It's coming. It's coming along. Look at that. There's a good shot of the skyline. It needs work. Where's Rich? I need Rich to consult. I do. I gotta figure that out. I need a session. I need like a Discord session where we poke some ideas around with the skyscrapers. Grad party. Oh shit. All right, well, good luck with that either way. got to figure out what to do with the suburban assets. I got to look at the Euro suburbs and what other options there are. Again, I think I ran through them earlier in my mind. Green cities, Euro suburbs we could do mid-century modern. So I need to look at some of those to vary up because I haven't done a lot there. Let's get out of the bus. Central Park, we'll probably see some work, and then we'll see a bunch of people using pocket cars wherever I let them connect to this freaking road. We'll get some metro stations going in and out of here. I'll test some routes and then worry about cleaning them up after. Do we have anything actually running here yet? Did I not set up anything running here? We still have the one metro line. I'm an idiot. Can we get some people moving from the stadium at least? Like, will they use that as a connection point? So where's this one here? Wait, do we not have a metro? Where, does it not wait, oh, I was looking at tracks, not at lines. Oh my God. I'm like, does it not show you the other lines? Okay, so you come in to there, you transfer lines, and you want to come down to the station. Is it this one? So which one is this one? It sure looks like it's that one because, like, okay, are those are stops that are actually in the station? Okay, so it's this one. It doesn't, like, you can't really choose a side there, right? So we're coming into here and we're going back to the stadium, which connects us to the other half of the city. So that should compel some people to switch lines at least to come into the downtown. And we'll hang out here a minute so that we can at least see. There's a train. All right, never mind. I was gonna say we'll at least hang out a little bit so that we can see a train come in and out. Will we see some people come in and out? There's our first customer who just walked onto the tracks. Are you having an okay day, lady? I guess they despawned, but it looked like they walked right out onto the tracks, which makes me second guess the openness of this design. Okay, well, it'll be great with at least some trains coming in and out on the bottom level as well. We'll get it going. This is a great asset, I'm sure. Trains on the bottom. No, I'm not asking you a question, Gemini. What are you answering? If anyone's G word went off, I'm sorry. I don't know what I said. Look at this bunch of people already. Okay. And that's only the first line, so we had to create a gigantic cavity just off of Central Park. I wonder if it would have been better if I had built it a little bit inside, but it's too late for that now. Sure, it's too late because there's already a giant opening. And maybe we could have, like, skyscraper opening for the thing. Either way, I thought about putting it in the park for like 5 seconds, and that would have been terrible. There'll be a nice Central Park maybe next time. There's a whole new waterfront we need to design. And I think I started to say earlier, like the we thing, you know, you're here, you're part of it, you're part of the vibe, you're also part of the mistakes, and I blame you, you're complicit in them all. So thank you, but also it's your fault. So if you like what you saw, give yourself a hand. And if not, maybe I guess I won't see you on the next one. I don't know. Give me another chance. Seriously, I hope you enjoyed. I just kind of want to hang out here and vibe on some tracks and see the city. Like, technically the stream is over, but I'm also like, I'm not done watching the city. So you're more than welcome to hang out with me and we'll just chill here for a few and see what we see. Like that power line that probably does not need to be connected anymore. I'm pretty sure wherever that is in the city is connected to the rest of the grid. Little metro station at the school. We can tell because it's near the community soccer center. I do have some traffic lights around the city. Holy frick, look at the crowd at that bus stop. So that's problematic. They're using it as actual transportation. That shouldn't impact anybody actually getting to work. Like, aren't trucks like just their own thing? Businesses that need trucks just have trucks. There's not a, is there a person driving it that's stuck at a bus stop that isn't delivering goods to the business? Is that a thing? I hope not. Okay, I gotta hydrate. Cinematics. Gotta do some stuff with that train network that's coming into the elevated station. And I think we gotta at least have like a north, south, east, west kind of thing around the city where the train station connects to a few major spots. I definitely went, whoo, there's that dog bone. And that is even honestly upgraded from the way it ships because there's pedestrian paths that make that worse. So that's just overloaded. It should not be doing what it's doing. That's not entirely the dog bone's fault. I think those intersections that came with the Map Pack 3, was it? They're very good for the small country stuff that came out and like smaller towns, but they're not particularly like, they're not super useful with at larger builds, which is unfortunate because I think I said this earlier in the stream. I've got a build. I'm debating taking it down at this point, but it's got a bunch of views. It's the stack interchange, and you can't build it that way anymore. It's like it sucks. They changed the way roads sit next to one another as one of the last updates to this game. I don't know which one did it, but you can't snap roads together like you used to. So like even that build that I did that has highway roads next to one another, like in a perfect, like barely touching, you can't even do that same build with single lane highways in that same configuration anymore. So it's super frustrating that they decided to change that this late in the life cycle, or maybe they did it unintentionally, because don't forget, I don't know how involved Tantalus is at this point with any of these updates or how much they want to be or care about it, because they were kind of cut out of console for 2, and you know, here we are almost July 2025 and still waiting on that. So good job. This sounds like a chill jam. Such a good interchange too. Like they look great. And I think if you're building small town country assets, like you can do that. You can do those interchanges, but you also need to learn. You need to learn interchanges. There's a bus going through our residential. Like, I don't know, when I have the patience for them, I think I can kind of do them okay, but also like all my trumpets look kind of derpy and you can see it on full display in the city. Like, no, don't go bulldozer mode. Speaking of, we haven't hooked the casino up yet. But you know what I mean? Like, but these are not the best. But like when you're down here and you're flying by, like it doesn't look terrible. I mean, remastered does in a way, because like you see all those textures loading along the base of the, like the jaggies at the base of the wall at the end of the render distance. It's so annoying. But anyways, like if you're flying by at the right angle and the trees aren't popping in because you're zoomed in so close, like right there, you know, like the game looks okay here, and then I speed up on a giant wall of traffic as I say that. But you know, so like they look okay when you drive them in person. That one's got some lumps. Like this one I think is a better example. I'd have the terrain lump that I need to fix, but the actual road itself is pretty flat and smooth, and things are going well there. Some intersections I think I took much better time. Again, Trumpet, this one is coming under the road and I raised it up over. So like that one's pretty good. I used the dog bone here. That dog bone is so overloaded. I got to figure that out. That's a problem. This is one of the park closed. Like, see, this is nice, but it's supporting just suburban traffic. And I have, so you see, because it's not just that intersection, it's also about the zoning. So coming off this park clo, you have to be going to one of those two neighborhoods. You're not using this exit. You're not like, oh, I'm coming into the city, I'm getting off the highway, I'm driving across here and going to a game. Like, nope, that is not, no, you're taking the highway over there for that. So all these have Old Town stamped on them to prevent anybody from going through to like the other side of the district. Because they will like, oh, it's not highway, but like, oh, I want to get from Dolphin Lake to, you know, this house. I'm going to like drive through the college campus and straight across the bridge because it's more direct. Like, they will do stupid choices like that if you let them. So Old Town saves so much headache. All right, give us a jam. Give us a jam for our outro. Nope, that's not a jam. That's not our outro jam. Nah, I'll know it when I hear it. That's okay. That'll do us. We'll say goodbye at the end of this one. Hope you had a good evening. Very chill of 34 of you to stay tuned through all of this. Appreciate that. And thanks for the likes. Subscribe if you are new. More shenanigans, most likely tomorrow night. This has been a really fun build. And there's a lot more on the way for this one and for others. I'm not even a quarter way there. We only have like 200 and what do we have in the bank? 218 million. So we're not even a quarter way to $1 billion. We're gonna get to $1 billion in this city. I'm gonna try not to disturb the balance too much, but I will be finessing and designing things as we go. Parking always fools me as thinking it's traffic, but it's nice to see that is not. That's by the campus. Metro doing its thing, working its magic. I love it. More of that in the next one. We got some stations planned out. I gotta hook them up with some lines. That's probably eating a good amount into our budget. No free transport though. Not until we hit $1 billion. Stay tuned for the road to $1 billion. This is definitely the richest my city has been. I keep saying that, but like, I hadn't topped 100 million. Now we're over 2. We're gonna get to a quarter. We're gonna get to a half. We're gonna get to $1 billion. The first billion's the toughest, and soon, most likely. Geez, maybe tomorrow, next day or two, next couple sessions. This will be my furthest into the future city, as far as like the in-game calendar. 2192 is my furthest that I checked. In the meantime, between now and the next one, keep your fingers crossed and think good things about the possibility of a Mr. Mason tree content creator pack fall trees. We need it. It would be an easy auto buy. Please, we need fall trees. Fall trees in the game. It could absolutely, at least make one New England boy happy, and that is me. We can't end on me saying that awkwardly as the song ends. So this is the outro song. No, this is the outro song. Yes, this is the outro song. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, Move the Mouse signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Good night.
Oh my god, the bus.
Humonculus.
That's a little wonky.
Why fire? We're just trying to get out of here on a nice note, you know? All right, good night, everybody. Goodbye.